items and play. Hopefully this fucking plays correctly. That did not. Let's try this one.
I actually love this little thing in the bottom left. It's so handy. Christ.
There we go. Turn that down. It's actually okay. So, boys, where we all left off, the party had successfully navigated their political way around a captain's meeting uh, in the city of Lyra.
Indeed.
Nox and Ramya, you two attended the meeting while Brandon did some research regarding Limworms and also tried to outfit the ship. In doing so, the two of you got express permission from the captains and admiralty to essentially take your ship on a wee covert mission of sorts. Um, you're essentially being given leeway to dock into the astral plane, sail your way, if you can navigate it properly, to the location of Haster's Fortress, and hop out and murder the fucker, assuming you don't die or get lost. Um, Following that, you guys left the captain's meeting and went to go rejoin Brandon. After that, I'll turn to our newest boy, Dylan. Your character has shown up in the city of Ledger. How long you would have been here for beforehand, I'm not too sure. Would you have just shown up recently, or has your stay here been pretty prolonged?
Yeah, would have just shown up recently.
Mm-hmm. So you showed up, and the city has been completely abuzz with all these newcomers arriving. You've seen just the fleet of airships basically docked on this gargantuan Great Wall on the northern edge of the city. And the talk of the town, amongst all of these, would probably have been this sleek, very well made, highly designed airship, that a black airship that sticks out amongst the rest, known as the Star Drake that you've heard of. Um, you know from the gossip and the like from all these people, as well as through other means, that the goal of this fleet is to kill some great necromancer up north by the name of Hastur. Tell me, how would you have gone about the city actually trying to get in with this group of individuals? Would you have just marched your ass up to the wall, or would you have talked to anyone regarding it?
No, I would have asked around the city to see if there was any expeditions or if there was talk of any sort of expeditions to head towards this Haster's fortress or
Hmm.
any sort of battlefields towards his
Hmm.
like allies or his minions.
Yep, produce. Asking about through all the taverns and random people in the markets through the town. You would have heard say that they are taking on all these airships. They're taking on any abled men and women that are willing to fight. Although you've also heard that they can't guarantee that anyone would be paid for their services. It's more of a case where it's like, well, if you want to do anything to the fortress, it's yours. But otherwise, this is a free volunteering gig for the most part. But you would have followed whatever, how would I put it, procession of people that comes and goes up to the actual wall itself, to where these airships are. If you did, you would find that there are basically lines of young men and women of all sort of races that are looking to, so to speak, uh, fight for king and country, or golden glory, I suppose. How would you accommodate?
So like you said, there's like a line of people. Is there like
Yeah,
someone at the head of the line?
yeah. So basically, they're at the head of each line as you like peer over and like over here. There seems to be basically just a few captains that seem to be in the process of recruiting right now, who are basically going over each man and woman, and assessing their abilities, what they bring to the table, if they're right for the actual ship, that sort of thing.
Okay, what kind of ships is there?
There no ship is the same as another. You've got some that are very ostentatiously designed, with dozens of filigree, very clever sails. Others, you've got ships that are quite literally lifted out of the sea and are still covered in barnacles, but have just been retrofitted seemingly with just magical machinery that actually lets them fly. Another one seems to be like a Viking longship almost that was designed for this, but their sail is like a gondola that seems to be an inflated whale corpse. I'm not joking. None of these ships seem to be similar at all. Um, but I would say in the distance, beyond all of these ships and these captains and individuals, you would probably be able to see this black, sleek vessel and seemingly a badger man in full plate armor, just outside the ship, talking with a clerk almost, which sticks out. But besides that,
I like
yeah,
to imagine ours looks like a Drakari raider a little bit.
it
It
literally
does.
that
It
that
looks like a
image.
Chikari Raider.
Very spiky and like big fuck off guns.
Kinda, yeah. Post that image.
Yeah.
Where the fuck is that image that we have earlier, boys?
Yeah, so I'm gonna see like everyone queuing up for these like
Hmm.
haphazard ships and immediately dismiss the ostentatious one, and
Hmm.
then spot the one with the lots of spikes and big fuck off gun and march over to that.
Oh yeah, Tantalus is called.
uh,
Um,
where is
is there
that
like a
image?
line for this, or
Um,
I
you
mean
can
it
see
doesn't
that
matter. I'm
like
not waiting in line
no,
anyway.
no,
I'm
it's
just
fair.
marching up to the front,
What
and
you can see is basically that
I
a
would
lot of
imagine there's a
individuals.
line.
There's not so much a line, but more so just a crowd surrounding the ship and a few random people trying to get the attention of the captain, so to speak, or the badger man at the very least, to basically try like, please, sir, I'm begging you, I'd love to be a part of your crew, sort of shit. But I don't know, would the badger man even take note of all these new people? Because we're talking just random schmucks in like fucking gambesons and like
What? Yeah, he's probably like a little table out with he's sitting on a wee stool behind it, a small book in his hand. He goes, "Okay, all right then. So what have your achievements? What's your education like? And how many GCSEs do you have?"
my father told me I was once destined to slay the Jabberwock, he said. So I brought his spear and his buckler.
And what do you know about this Jabberwock?
Oh, it has the sharpest teeth, sir. The jaws that gnash, the tail, the lashes. I don't know much more about that. It sounds awful scary, but that's as much as I bring to the table.
You've got a good head on your shoulders, pal. Join line 2 over there, that one there. And I just point at a random crowd I've got standing in a clump.
So yeah, Dylan.
so I see like this happening. Walk up to the table, and anyone that kind of like side eyes me or anything, I just glare at them.
Oh, You're getting
Classic.
side-eyed, buddy. You're getting side-eyed.
So
I would say
fine.
at this point,
anyone
like
I look
Nox.
at is I have intimidating glare, so anyone I look at has to be demoralized.
Love
I
it.
think I have that as well.
What's the DC for that?
So the both of
Better
us just
image.
like glaring at each other.
Slightly better.
That was fucking brilliant, man. You
Who blinks first?
So you have intimidating glare.
I do, yes.
Let me see. Let me just scroll down to look at
That's
this.
it's funny because I also have intimidating glare.
That's funny because I have stone face.
Fucking.
Stone face, what does that do?
It means I'm
Save
better.
against,
Save against fear traits and +2 against DC against for intimidate skill actions such as demoralize. So
Okay,
the
so the-
unstoppable wall meets the immovable object.
So I'll say for the purpose of this,
I'll have
it
you know,
doesn't cost.
boys, that we're on the list. So
I love that. I love the dumb things that we've fucking picked for our characters.
We're on the list.
That's great.
The list. I'll fucking jump to new messages.
okay.
Wait, are you use in line?
I know. I imagine I'm near.
Yeah,
I'm not
these two are
next to the
your
badger,
ship.
but I'm quite nearby him.
Yeah, but
I imagine I'm on the ship.
you're at the head of the line. You're the one that's knocking people back, essentially.
Oh, I'd like that.
We've got Korax for that.
Oh, so basically, not
Oh,
getting
wait,
the
we'll
contact.
we'll introduce the B team later, I think.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
got a
Team will come
second.
later.
Got a second worst team. I'm still screaming. Ugh.
Yeah, so as I walk up, anyone that's in line, I glare at,
Mhm.
and then walk up to the head, and say, I would like to speak to the captain about joining your expedition.
Well, give him the eye. What am I looking at?
Yeah, describe your character for these
Um,
individuals.
So, I am a like 6'3", roided out orc with full like silver plate armor with like red trim. It's not like pristine armor. There's lots of like chips and dents in it. It's not as if like it's brand new and I've sat and polished it.
Uh-huh.
I have a. I don't. Can I? I don't think I can choose. I have a sword in one hand, and I have a like big, not quite tower shield, but I don't know the name of the shield, but like the one that's in like kind of pointy.
Yes.
But
Hey,
shield.
Kite shield or heater shield, I think it is.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, and it's got like red wings on it, and
Ooh.
the I don't. I can't. I won't let me show you. Let me. There we go.
Oh, excuse me.
Sick. Sick.
And that's what the shield looks like.
Ooh, very nice.
Damn.
Incredibly based.
Very nice.
That is pretty based.
Sick. Sam?
It's very nice. Can I look you up and down? All right then. Well, nice to meet you. I'm not quite the captain, but I am Brandon the Badger of Tooth and Lead, the proprietors of this vessel. If you don't mind, you could take a seat. You're the first one to be asked to do so today, so.
Pleasure meeting you, Brandon. I'm Dazun.
Dezun. Pleasure,
Yeah.
pleasure.
And then I take a seat.
So, sitting across the table from you is a 6-foot badger. He's wearing like slightly dented and worn plate mail. It's not the nicest set you've ever seen. He's got a large hammer sitting on the table beside him, and he's just leafing over a small book in his hands with a quill, ever so slightly jotting down notes in it. If you read any of it, you can tell the notes have nothing to do with the people he's interviewed in the last half hour.
Even funnier.
So, Dezun, why do you want to join up on our little expedition? Wouldn't you choose one of the bigger vessels embarked in this pier?
Your vessel looks more equipped for the type of combat I imagine we are going to. That
That's
one's
fair.
clearly just out of the water.
So you've met the good captain then?
No. I took one look at the ship
Four's
and
the
went,
best.
no, fuck that, and walked away.
Four are
The
the
other
best.
one-
Four are the best.
Those are, I bet that one's full of nobles that have never seen any sort of conflict in their life. They'll probably be dead by tomorrow, and I would rather that not be me.
Oh, very good.
And
Very good. Okay.
the other one clearly couldn't afford a sail, so they just grabbed some animal that they had lying around.
Makes sense. I quite agree. You seem to have a good head on your shoulders. So, do you have any prior achievements? Any sort of accolades? Anything I can sell to the rest of the team about bringing you on?
Yes, of course.
Have you ever been lost in the woods for 3 weeks and had a out of body experience and come back with a magical gun, perhaps?
I haven't came back with a magical gun, but
That puts you above
what you
Nox then.
described-
Okay, noted.
What you have described is essentially how my tribe operates.
Hmm.
We are a nomadic tribe from the plane of Tithan, and our duties and calling is to keep the demon kind in check,
Mhm.
and we commune with our god through out of body experiences, typically.
Do you enjoy mushrooms much?
I prefer alcohol.
You enjoy
Fair. I'm not supposed to have alcohol, being a badger, but I do take some libations.
I said, well, you haven't had the alcohol from my job.
That's
Oh.
true. That's fair. Okay, all right. You seem like a natural born fighter then.
We can test it out if you wish.
Sort of like I use fucking biceps. I'm all right in that today. Thanks very much. I'm not quite looking to
No.
fight before lunchtime.
No, it's fine. I've eaten this morning. I don't want a knuckle sandwich.
As he fucking glares at me over the table.
That's the best way to become awake. That's the best way to start the day.
I usually prefer oatmeal, but to each their own, I guess. Okay, very good, very good. You're a prime candidate. Do you mind waiting a moment? I'll get Nox and
Ramya.
Ramya, and I'll introduce you to them. I can't hire you on the sale, obviously. I'm only one of the team, but I'll put in a good word for you.
Sounds good, thank you.
I clap my book shut, stand up, and take the book with me. I leave the hammer behind.
Fair dues. Brad,
I go
just
find
standing up.
Nox and Ramya.
You two, where would you two be at this point?
I am currently in the very delicate act of producing ammunition.
Fair.
Boof!
Come knock on his door.
Mm.
And you, Ramya?
Remind me, Paul commissioned some kind of cannon thing or something for the ship or something?
Yes.
He did, yes. You returned to the ship after the meeting with a massive fuck-off cannon being strapped to the underside of the ship.
Okay, I imagine that I would be supervising that.
This is fair. This is fair. Watching all of these workers fashion up, no, not fucking scaffolding. You think their work is sufficient? You could do better, definitely, if you had like.
Oh, if I see imperfections, I'm fucking fixing it. I'm picking up a hammer and nails and doing it myself.
This is fair.
I'm not having this thing be at like a slight degree angle off. It needs to be perfect.
That's fair. Having them basically constantly be on their ass, but one of the most stringent foremans that they've ever had. You're pretty satisfied with the work they're doing so far. They've been at it for about, you'd say about maybe an hour and a half now at this point. It seems to be a simple case of just like strapping it on, as well as installing the actual like gears and equipment to basically load and fire the thing. But strapping it on seems to be just a simple, straightforward task, and they haven't fucked it up yet, thanks to you.
Okay, fair enough.
So yeah, not I would say the two of you Nox, you're in your fucking cabin, or are you out and about right
Oh,
now?
I'll be in my cabin.
Fair dues. I imagine, Brandon, you'd get one of those two first. I'll let you take over.
I imagine I have to pass by Nox to find Ramya. I'll knock his door a few times to go past. Nox, quit shagging. We've got work to do. Come on.
I exit quite quickly.
There's an orc fella, Davin, I believe his name is. I've interviewed him there. He seems like the best of the bunch, to be honest. I think we should take him on.
We need another B team.
Oh, no. For the A team, if we were killing dragons, I'd rather have somebody else getting hit by them apart from me.
Understandable. What does he look like?
He looks like an orc. Imagine an orc. But imagine that like a statue of an orc that you've seen, and then put that in Nox. Chiseled. I can't say bronze, but slightly greened. You know, plate armor. He looks the business, I'm telling you.
It looks like oxidized copper.
Yep. I'm sure you get on well, long Nox. You both come from tribes, and wander about the place a lot. So
You're both green.
and you both enjoy out-of-body experiences that are around. So maybe you can chat to him.
I will. And
Very good. I'll go get Ramya. I'll be up in a minute.
I go and fucking find this orc.
That's fair. You head upstairs, and as soon as you are out on the gangplank out from the deck, you see an absolute Adonis of a green-skinned orc sitting at the table, just patiently waiting. I'm assuming, Dylan, or you'd be getting a bit antsy.
No, I'm just waiting. They've said they would come back, and the ship's not moving. So
Haven't immediately
Just
fled
fly
the
away.
scene. Yeah, they haven't fled the scene.
Slowly drifts away from the wall.
Yeah. Just it sees this absolute Adonis looking orc just sitting there, just patiently, just.
You're the orc.
yes, and you're a smaller orc.
You see approximately about, I'd say maybe 5'11" hobgoblin.
Basically,
You're
Uh,
a hobgoblin, not a goblin.
I am a hobgoblin. I am full hobbed.
oh,
With a
no.
rifle and just a bunch of fucking black leather armor on. He squints at you. He says, "If someone asked you to do terrible acts of unspeakable cruelty to people, what would you say?"
Who am I doing these unspeakable acts to?
Whoever you're told.
No, that's not how it works. What have they done?
We can work on this. We can work on this.
Someone who's not morally ambiguous? My God, the fuck?
I think I'm pretty morally ambiguous.
Fuck's sake.
I've
Ramya.
only done bad things to people who deserved it. Those elves had it coming.
Rami. I can imagine Brandon would find you at some point to tell you about this.
I mean, imagine he hears Ramya shouting at some of these workers.
Mm-hmm.
Ramya, you busy?
A little bit, what's up?
I found a new person I wish to interview for Tooth and Lead. I'm wondering if you want to meet them.
We're taking on new people?
Ah,
Okay.
going to be killing dragons and getting cursed by them for all eternity, perhaps. I kind of want a bit of a hand. I figure an extra hand helping me take the front line wouldn't help. Or hurt, even.
Yeah.
Aye.
That's a fair point, okay. Yeah, just give me 1 moment.
Also, it's one more person apart from Nox who can hold the bag.
Just 2 seconds. You hear a couple more like clangs and hammer bangs, and then a couple of orders being shouted out, and then Ramya like pops up over the edge of the boat and joins you, Brandon.
Get this captaincy position, aren't you?
Oh, it's been a great change in my demeanor, I must say. I'm quite enjoying it.
Well, lead on then, this captain.
What do you mean lead on? I don't know where he is, Brandon.
He's fucking upstairs. What do you mean? And I've walked off.
Let's follow Brandon.
Got the airship. He can't. What do you mean? He can't be off the edge of it.
There's like 20 men and women running around right now installing that goddamn cannon you bought.
Well, look, he's a massive orc. He looks like some sort of like war hero or something.
Okay, see that I can work with. Okay.
There's not many orcs fitting this high-tech cannon to the ship. Not to say anything about orcs, but
But
I just noticed, a lot of gnomes. Anyway, get on from that.
anyway, alrighty. So I spy around the ship. Do I see a giant war hero looking orc?
You absolutely do,
yes.
and he definitely fits that description. And you also see
Nox
Nox.
sitting next to him, going
Just
and
squinting at him.
and interrogating him.
Alright, I'll walk on over. So what you see, currently, Ramya looks like this, kind of, all dressed up in this, like, regalia. Otherwise, she rocks around like that, kinda. There's definitely a vibe with the color scheme. But yeah, so you see this, like, I don't know, 3-foot nothing gnome come up to you. Tricorn on, big blue coat. She comes up, kinda stands, like, hands clasped behind the back. What time of day is it, Sean?
It's very early, I would say. Like we're talking like 12 o'clock.
Okay. Good morning. It's a pleasure to meet you. I am Captain Ramya of this vessel.
Pleasure to meet you, Captain.
What is your name?
I am Dazon.
Dazon.
Yep.
Pleasure. I look over Brandon. I must say, the description was quite apt. So, you wish to
I'm telling you,
join
I've
us?
seen uglier statues.
You wish to join us on an expedition?
Yes,
Okay.
I heard you were taking the fight to Haster.
Oh,
Oh, you know-
pastor. Oh,
You
aye.
know, you know Haster by name.
Yes, I received guidance from the spirits that I should leave my home and leave my tribe to do battle with him.
A noble quest, it sounds then. Very good. Let's see. Credentials.
Back in a sec.
Credentials. Can you kill people good?
Yes.
Yeah, I think he can join. That sounds pretty good to me.
I mean, we had Gorax for fuck's sake, so and he can't read, so.
I mean, it's not exactly a high bar to join Tooth and Lead.
Hold on. That's so. How do you feel about acts that would be immoral?
I love that this is the interview that he gets. Is like, how do you feel about crimes, mate? What's your opinion on doing?
What's your tolerance for, say, tax evasion as opposed to gassing a little? I don't know.
Geneva Convention, more like Geneva
on,
Suggestion.
on a scale of tax evasion to gassing an entire colony
Say-
of ratmen, where do you stand?
We are a mercenary company after all. So joining up with us means that you would become a mercenary, and sometimes we do work that isn't the cleanest.
Unspeakable acts of cruelty.
Well, not.
Deserve it.
Well, that's not for me to say. I'm being paid to carry it out. Now, one noble hires me. Kill some boys downtown. Do they deserve it? Maybe.
To be fair, I feel like this paints us in the light of being some kind of contract killers or something. We don't really do that.
No.
We solve.
That's what we are.
We're not
We're
contract
kill
killers.
people,
We
like-
just kill people for money.
We have not once taken out a contract killing, not including Haster, because that's kind of what that is.
And all the rat men.
Everything else we no.
No,
We were not-
fair. That was to clean out the cultists.
That was
wasn't
to
to kill the
cultists.
rat
Sorry,
men.
Also-
we were paid to kill the cultists.
Yes, and we didn't kill the Ratmen. We saved them.
So we just killed an entire religion.
Yes.
No,
because
some
it
of them
was
still
bad.
Killed-
survived.
We destroyed an entire faith.
Some of them still survived, Nox. I'm sure of it.
Some of them escape the poison.
Jesus Christ, guys.
Depends what they've done, and I mean, it sounds like they were cultists. No, they deserve to die. Sounds good to me.
Exactly. If you went into a place, right, and there was a population there, and you found some of that population dead, and you found out from some surviving population that the people who killed that part of the population were these cultists, and they're all holed up in a church, and you just so happened to have a vast quantity of poison on you, wouldn't it make sense to barricade that church from the outside and release the poison inside? Because they're cultists and they're bad.
That got quite specific, Ramya. Do you still have that on
This
your
is all a
mind at all, or
hypothetical.
okay, right
I
then.
mean, I would prefer to fight them face to face, but that's just me.
That's also absolutely fine. How do you feel about ambushes, though?
I mean, ambushes are you start off the fight on the upper hand.
Perfect.
Yeah,
I like
sounds
it.
good to me.
Good.
How do you
Okay.
feel about killing people when they're running away?
Depends why they're running.
They're running because they know you're going to kill them.
Well, it's not my fault they're pussies.
Okay, so you're well. From what I'm
This will
getting
work.
in there,
This will work.
your line of morals follows that roughly of Ramya's, so I think you're a good fit. You know, I give you better than Nox, definitely.
Yeah, like we don't kill innocent people. Okay.
On purpose.
Well, not
Oh, jeez.
not included. We don't on purpose too. Yes, we don't deliberately kill innocent people.
I look at Nox.
If a goblin could sweat.
We avoid killing children as best we can.
Still looking at Lush, eyeballing him just.
I've never killed it. I've never killed what you would perceive to be a child.
I agree. We don't tend to take jobs that would be nefarious in nature or with bad intent to harm those that couldn't defend themselves. It's we don't tend to accept those. Usually,
most
we
of the
accept.
time it's something fucky is happening over here. Go find out what's fucky, and if you need to, kill it.
Yeah.
At
pretty
this-
much
Good
that.
to me.
At this time, what is fucky
Easiest way of-
is a necromancer.
Even better.
Yeah.
Well, with that, I'd like to welcome you to Tooth and Lead. Dezun, it's a pleasure to have you. You may come aboard and stay as long as you like.
Oh,
I'm
I'll
sure-
go write up your contract, and then I run off.
There we go.
Now, should we celebrate with a drink?
She just
why
ran.
not?
She just ran away with all
celebrate.
the whiskey.
She just
Well.
ran away.
And then I pull out my jug and say, my jug is always full. And I give it to you, Paul.
Take
What
it,
was your name again?
Brandon.
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 Brandon the Badger.
Contains your favorite alcohol.
Oh, hot
I'm
damn.
not sure the badgers are allowed to drink. I think this is animal cruelty. But
just- It's just straight vodka.
Well,
fuck it, I guess.
depends. It's up to him. So he can pour it out.
It just takes out a small cup out of his bag, pours out some lovely mead, hands it back to you. Thank you very much.
I'll pour everyone some.
I return home later with
Thank you.
just a stack of papers.
Oh God.
It's like you know in the fucking Hobbit when he's running with the fucking the big long contract.
Jesus
This just
Christ.
Oh no.
Let's come up and like, hey, don't worry about all the fine print. That is just you know, it doesn't really matter too much. You can just sign your name at the bottom. All you really need to know is that you're saying you're employed by Tooth and Lead. You are a full-on party member, and that you essentially promise, under pain of death, not to work with any other mercenary companies or in any way betray the integrity or fiscal disposition of Tooth and Lead. That's all. Just a normal little contract. It's also written in about 7 different languages.
Yeah, sounds good to me. Sign it.
Excellent. I love a party member who can write. Take that all back again.
Ah.
I'll just go store that.
Lost my grappling. Lost my grappling hook.
I've lost my grappling hook. Oh.
Okay, cool. Excellent.
Still have that.
And then I'll return to joining a drink.
Produce. So, yeah.
Yeah, as I
Daisy,
take a swig of the jug, it just tastes like whiskey.
I was literally going to say Daisy hands it to each of you what are each of you's favorite alcohols. So, yeah, whiskey, Brandon.
Mead.
You did.
He's saying it, but it's
He
mead.
said mead.
Fair dues.
It's mead, honey, badger.
Do you get the joke, Sean? Do you understand what the joke is?
I'm a badger, Sean. We've been
He
over
drinks,
this.
he drinks honey, Sean. Honey badger. Do you get it? Is that funny? Is that funny to you, Sean? Do you find that to be humorous? I find that to be humorous.
Nathan.
It's a fetid fermented goat's milk,
Of
which
course
is
it is.
which is rotted into some form of alcohol.
You just pick something nice.
Delicious and tart.
Isn't that what the Mongols drank?
Yeah,
I hate the fact that you two both know that. What the fuck is wrong with you?
because we're sick
I
as
know it from
fuck.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Of course it is.
We're just
Of course it is.
fucking. I just know that from shit.
Yeah, he's weird, not me.
Yeah. I'm the weird one here.
Okay.
I know it from a Bibio jam.
You
Fuck
can't do
you.
that accent when you can't do that accent when you've got a pane of glass on your keyboard.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, by the way. Spilled the cider like 20 minutes ago. None of you noticed because it went clunk on the glass and didn't spill on the keyboard. So fuck you all.
You just got that fucking keyboard as well.
Hey,
Fucking-
this pane of glass is already paid for itself.
What would really pay for itself is if you just didn't fucking spill any drinks.
It literally, I can't emphasize enough. It couldn't have worked better.
Jesus.
It could not have worked better if I tried. It's really good, actually. It's the best thing I've bought in quite a while.
Fucking god, Nathan. So yeah. From there, gentlemen. I assume you all, or one of you, shows Daezoon around the Stardrake. So he's familiar with the layout and everything like that. How extensive you want the tour to be is up to you. Besides showing him to his quarters.
I think that depends on who gives the tour.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
Rami,
it's
would you like to give this in the tour when you go down to instruct the menials?
Okay.
Thank you.
So, essentially what ensues, Daezoon, is about 40 minutes of you very slowly being walked around this ship, while Rania just talks and talks and talks between the capabilities of the ship, different areas and what you can do in them, and then just starts spewing out little stories about things that we've done. Just walking along like, oh yeah, and this one time we did this thing, and then that thing, and that happened. Oh, and then this is the boiler room. This is where we boil things. Oh, and then this other time, speaking
This
of
is the
boiling,
boiler.
we once in this place, and then It's just that for about 40 minutes.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'd follow you around, completely engaged and letting you ramble away.
It's
Yeah.
so nice to have someone who actually listens.
No one gives a fuck. No one cares.
You wanted to take the enemies of God to the Pound Town, and she's taking you to Yap City. It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. But yeah, a few highlights, Daezoon. This ship is weird. Like, we're talking, it is magically just seething of random arcane bullshit. There seems to be just a series of like magical runic ley lines running throughout the entirety of the ship. There seems to be spots of magic following your feet as you walk. And at one point, Ramia takes you into basically I would assume, guts of the ship. Like proper, how to put it, engine room, quote unquote. It's best reference I can actually find for it. Where is it? Yeah, essentially, this is what you see. Posting this from the Pathfinder chat.
Oh, excuse me.
Essentially, that is what you see in the fucking court. It's a massive mechanical, magical sphere that has pipes running out of it into the rest of the ship, and it's constantly giving off waves of magic of arcane energy, see this like spewing out from it in every direction, concentrated through these pipes. It is beyond anything that you would assume just a person should be able to make. Nathan?
I really like that you've taken the warp core from Star Trek Enterprise through a mirror darkly rather than the normal warp core.
What are you talking about?
That's what that picture is.
No, it's not.
Oh, is it not?
No,
Oh,
Mass Effect.
That's the Mass Effect Normandy core.
I rescind
You
my
fuck
comment.
nerd.
I thought it was something
Well,
else.
I'll post a picture. Fuck.
I really appreciate that you took the Star Trek core looking through the darkly. Thank you, John. That was very good. Thank you.
In case you're curious about what sessions are like, Dylan, it's just Sean making voices at me for most of the time. And then me fucking coming up with a comment like that and just demolishing him psychologically for the next 2 hours.
Accurate, actually. That's pretty fucking on the bar. Yeah.
I'll see that. I'll go. Looks complicated and shiny. And keep going.
Fair enough.
My guy has no magical knowledge at all.
Man, we're going to be 2 peas in a pod, you know that? It's like, not only do I not know about magic, I hate it. I resent the concept.
This is very, very good to hear. All right, cool. So yeah, following on from that, a few things that jump out at you guys. Brandon, you would probably watch over the next hour or so, as the work begins to complete on the canon.
I just continue interviewing people, sorting them into random groups that don't mean anything, but they feel like they do. So
Funny, and then at the end of the day, you just leave.
group 3, pal. Group 3. Aye. That's it for the day, folks. I'll get back to you all tomorrow. Your littles will be in the post about whether your application was successful. Right, that's it, fuck off.
Yeah, as they all leave, you see the accountant that you talked to from the day before come talk to you. But you do overhear, as the groups are leaving, one of them is like, I don't remember giving my address for the post. Are they leaving tomorrow?
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
none of them actually stop and ask you about this. They'll just join the herd and fuck off.
Yeah.
But yeah, as the work on the gun basically comes to a close, the captain comes up and he stands down opposite to you. So it appears that the business is almost completed. All
Excellent.
is left the exchange of the remainder of the funds, and
No problem.
that is that settled.
Reach into my bag and I put it on the table.
350 gold.
I pay the man.
Takes that, sorts it into his wheel bag. Thank you very much, sir. I hope it serves you well.
You.
I believe, and he puts down a quick instruction manual, essentially, basically of the guide of how to load and fire and aim the gun. It's literally only 2 pages of A5, and it's to aim. Point the ship, load, pop open the hatch, put in ammunition, close the hatch, pull the lever, and that's it.
I see you've written these with Nox in mind. Thank you very much.
Spare me your science fiction technobabble, Attila the Hun.
Unfortunately, any extensive details are locked behind guild policy, so unfortunately...
Of course. It is how it is.
Indeed, yes. Well, good luck. If you need repairs, you know where to find us.
Oh, excellent.
Good luck on your
Thank you very much.
Good day, good day.
Actually, before you go, are there any parts of a dragon that are particularly useful to you that would you'd be interested in purchasing after this endeavour? The eyes, for example, or skills.
It's specifically the scales, and if you manage to extract it successfully without exploding. Dragon hearts are also very, very worthwhile.
Heart and scales, understood. Right,
Um,
okay.
Besides that, you could always use the talons or claws of a dragon to craft weaponry or basically sell off to collectors, I suppose. Beyond that, the scales of the hearts are the most valuable parts.
Oh, thank you very much.
And there it comes out. Good luck on your journey. Don't die.
I hope.
Individual fucks off on his merry way. And yeah, it's getting
Put my wee table and chairs away, I do. And...
produce. Produce. It's about afternoon at this point, I would say. Nox, quick point. You have not seen Layla or any of the B team today.
If it was
They're-
just Layla alone, I'd be worried, but if she's having to wrangle the rest of them...
You haven't seen them since last night, essentially. It's a bit odd.
Wait, we've seen none of the B teams since last night? All of us, or?
Nope.
Remind me, were most of them staying on the ship or in quarters in the town?
In the town, the only one that was supposed to stay on the ship was Morgan.
Raro Raggy.
Can I do a little bit of a... kind of like a track, but not... but when you ask people things?
Ask around for her? Yes.
So,
Yeah,
I'd like
that,
to
yeah.
ask somebody is what you're saying. You like to talk to somebody.
Yeah. So, like, there's guards here. I'm gonna ask a guard, hey... or, sorry. Hey!
Yeah. Just.
Have you seen a woman with black hair, approximately 5'6"? Came from our ship. Probably
Points to the ship.
probably accompanying with a very short man, a woman with a very large black brimmed hat, and then several other freaks. The woman with the woman with the black hair, she had thigh-high leather boots, a black corset tied with purple string, and a hefty bosom.
I like the fact that I never gave any of those descriptions from Morrigan, but I like the art of the minute.
No, that's not Morgan, that's Layla.
What?
Oh,
Yeah.
I just assumed all the women have like nice bosoms, so.
She has an eyebrow cocked coquettishly at all times.
You describe your
Au pair.
partner,
Yes.
your partner like that,
Yes.
and he thinks like, I mean, yes, how? Why did you
Yes,
describe?
the big-titted woman. I remember her fondly.
Yes. I don't.
Awooga.
She breasted Bibbly down that way.
I'm not quite sure why you described it like that. But yeah, I did see him. I sort of walking into the town with a few of her mates. I think she was like heading to one of the libraries. I think it was maybe she was walking that direction anyway.
How long ago was this?
I mean, it was yesterday evening. I remember. It was pretty dark out, but they had all the weapons. I do remember that. They had all the weapons out, or at the very least, ready to go.
Thank you. I say. Then I pick up my standing stone and I call Layla.
Yeah, I don't know why that wasn't the first port of call.
Always forget about it. Always forget about it. Forget about it every time. Honest to God.
Direct line of communication to this woman. I don't know why
I
you
also forgot that as a thing.
Yeah,
that
I don't have it on my character sheet. I should probably put it on the character sheet.
the fucking lot of you, honestly.
We all have
We all have
walkie-talkies,
one?
yeah.
I can't remember.
You all have
What
one.
are they
Oh,
called?
okay.
What are they called in this fucking thing now?
I don't think sending stones are a thing in Pathfinder 2e. I've never found anything about them. Like, Dylan, do you know about them?
There is.
Like,
I'll find them.
yeah,
They
if
are
you
an
mind.
item.
Really? Didn't know that.
Yeah,
Um,
they're not called sending stones. I don't
They'll
think.
probably call it something dumb like message stones or some bullshit.
Message rocks.
Message rocks.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, Nathan, you pick up your phone.
They're called shells of sending.
Ah,
Oh
neat.
my
That's even
God.
dumber.
Neat. Neat. Yeah.
Oh
So
no,
you
that's
pick up.
first edition. Never mind.
Also, shut your face. Yeah, you pick up your sending stone out of your bag, and you basically speak into it. What do you say?
Hello, Layla. The B team haven't been around today. Are you all still alive?
She picks up, and you hear a voice come out to you. Yes, darling. Don't worry. We are in the infirmary, just on the east side of the city, but we're fine. Don't worry. Everyone's alright.
Why are you in an infirmary?
Oh, Korax took some bad burns, but we're alright.
He took some. What?
He's fine. We should be back to the ship in a few hours if you want to wait for us. Otherwise, if you want to come see us, you're welcome to.
Alright, I will come in. I will be in contact shortly. Goodbye. Hang up.
Goodbye. Ooh. Alright, fair dues.
I imagine that's just how Nox normally talks. That's not a.
Oh, okay. That's what she's used to at this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
he
not
doesn't
used
finish his phone calls with "love you" or anything like that.
No.
Bye.
No,
Goodbye.
it's. The fuck would
I
you
am
say
leaving
goodbye?
now.
Yes.
Tell my wife.
Hello.
Goodbye. Hello. Okay. Fair dues. So, would you like to do anything?
Yeah, I'll tell her, go find the others.
Fair dues. I imagine the tour of the ship would have ended around this point. Brandon, you would have finished.
She's lucky.
Brandon, you would have finished.
Wait, oh yeah, I
No,
imagine.
sorry, go for it.
So I imagine by the time maybe that Nox would come a knocking,
Mhm.
I've basically just sat on the deck somewhere of the ship. I've basically just like sat down beside Dezun,
Mhm.
and I'm just showing him like I'm just flicking through like a big sketchbook that I have,
Mhm.
and I'm just like recounting what things are as I'm flicking through. So I am. So here's a picture of a giant spider that we killed. Here's a picture of a big magic cannon. Oh, I've got some pictures of Nox here, some of Brandon. Here's some orcs and dwarves. Look, I drew pictures of orcs. Oh, this is a big crystal dragon that we met one time. He's called Aeonax. He was very friendly. This is a picture of a Nox's gun that he used to have, but I don't think he has anymore. This is a picture of Bela. You'll meet her someday. There's a picture of this is a storm giant's keep. I don't know if you bought storm giants. They live in the clouds. We went there. Oh, here's a picture of the B team. This is Korax. This is Neve. This is Morrigan. Oh, I don't have a picture of Layla. Layla's not really part of the B team, but she kind of is, I guess. I should add a picture of Layla to that. Oh, this is a picture of the giant queen, the queen of the storm giants. Here's a picture of our ship that we have right here. Oh, and this is a picture of a little lizard man we met. He was eating some raw meat in this picture. I just keep going like that.
Yeah, it goes on and on and on and on. It doesn't end. She's showing you pictures that she drew today, and then describing what happened.
And this is what I'm currently drawing of you right now.
Page. Get to the last page, and there's like a half-drawn picture of you. I'm trying to get the angles right. You've got very strong features. Imagine as Nox approaches, you've just got the "save me" eyes. So
Well,
sorry.
It says you have to add your gun to your picture of your ship, though.
Oh, that's good actually. Oh shit. Oh shit. I need to redo it. I'm like, oh my god. I go to my back, I pull out a pencil, and just go to like the picture of the sketch of the ship, and start just trying to add on the cannon.
Fucking god, it's and you drew the ship to be almost fitting the entire page, so it's very awkward. It's very difficult. It's causing you no end of headache.
Let's just paste a new piece of paper to it just sticks out a little.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay, so you've got Nox knocking on the door for you guys.
The other short one has been injured.
What? Corax? Is he okay?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? How do you know he's hurt then? What's going on?
Layla said something I couldn't exactly hear what she said. She said they were in the infirmary and he has taken a knock. What did he say? What'd she say?
Not what she said at all.
A
I d-
burn.
A burn. He has taken a burn.
Oh my god, my little boy. I'm. And I walk off. And start making my way to wherever the fuck the infirmary is.
It's on the other side of the city.
I go. I leave you. Dazun and Nox to your own devices.
Oh, we're fucking coming too.
Yeah.
We should get Brandon as well.
Oh, if you're saying that to me, I'm like half gone.
Brandon!
You can hear him.
Bing, bing, bing!
Oh, he knows.
Bing,
That's,
bing,
that's,
bing!
not, that's not how the settings supposed to work, Sean. They won't
Oh, I
connect
know,
to
no.
Layla's.
Oh.
I
Then they
assumed he was
connect back.
shouting it.
Ah.
Yeah, no. The
Oh,
settings
I
always
forgot.
connect to Layla.
Layla,
Yes, darling.
we're on our way over. We don't know where Brandon is. Can you tell us to meet them where you are?
Of course.
Thank you. Goodbye. I imagine that she just heard Brandon over the fucking phone.
And then the realization of, shit. Layla, could you call Brad?
I imagine that everyone's because she's just got a bag full of all the ones to talk to us. Basically,
Yes,
I imagine
yes.
every other time that's ever happened is she just goes, "Oh, he wants to talk to Brandon," and then holds Brandon's setting stone up, like 1 moment, please.
She's an old school operator. Yeah.
Brandon, darling.
Yes, hello there. What's up?
Nox was asking, would you please meet us at the infirmary, please, on the eastern side of the city.
Infirmary. Okay, I'll be over in a minute. Everybody still alive?
Everyone's still alive. Just Korax took some bad burns last night, so he's just needing some patching up, is all.
Did you get the bar fight?
No, just a little expedition of ours. It's fine.
Oh, very good. Radio, be over in a minute.
So, I imagine you all drag Dezud to the infirmary, where your burned companion is currently staying. Assumedly.
Well, I wouldn't say dragged. I mean,
Oh,
I just left. So like,
that's fair. Okay, so it wouldn't take too long, honestly. You guys know your way through the city okay enough. Marching to the eastern side of the city, you pass by what looks to be a fairly nice looking like park area. Pretty expansive. It's mostly just plain, like a plain really of grass, with a little pond in the middle. No trees whatsoever, but you do notice that in the corner of one of the park, there seems to be a pretty big patch. We're talking like about 60-foot squared of just burned and desecrated grass.
If it's square or squared?
Square. Sorry, not squared. Jesus. Fuck.
That's like, this is a bit big.
Yeah.
Half the size gone.
So yeah, a 60-foot square of basically burned and desecrated grass.
don't like that.
Hmm.
Can I detect magic on it?
Yes, you absolutely can. So, okay.
It just tells me if there is or isn't magic.
I'll be honest with you. I've always personally just rolled in read aura and detect magic into one. Personally, like I've always used it. Like, from 5e. It's just a habit, and I just feel like two of them is kind of redundant. Personally, just for me.
Go for a piss. I'll be back.
That's fine.
No worries. So basically, the aura that you would get from the area would be a mix of conjuration magic and evocation, and you also basically get a tint in the back of your mind of, like, how would I put it, of the hells, essentially. Basically, something abyssal was present on this plane not too long ago. You'd say within the last, like, 6 hours, based on how strong the scent / fumes are.
So I'll relay that to, I assume, everyone's here, and say it looks like there abyssal creatures here. That's what caused this patch of destruction.
Mhm.
Here? How?
Do I wouldn't know. I say usually they're summoned, I guess, but
Isn't the conjuration magic? You would say something was summoned,
yeah,
yes.
someone summoned it, but that's all I can really tell.
If something from the hells has harmed my boy.
Mhm. I will beat the shit out of every devil I come across.
I'll
What?
kill myself to go there.
What terrible thing has happened?
So let's wait for Paul to come back before I
Oh
explain.
no.
Oh,
So yes, Paul.
Ooh,
Yeah, sorry about that.
No
got
worries.
fucking
So did you
Jessica
hear
here.
what I said about the basically the park essentially?
I didn't know.
No, it's all right. So essentially, the park basically pretty flat, green land area. No trees really, but nice pond in the middle. There is a 60-foot square area basically of charred, burned, and desecrated grass. Essentially,
Mhm.
Dezun detected magic on the area, and he found traces of conjuration, evocation magic, as well as a tint of magic from the hells.
Ooh, interesting.
Something demonic, fiendish at the very least,
Mhm.
possibly abyssal. We're not too sure, but definitely something.
Mhm. Ah, Layla must have been close by. I see.
So yeah. Anything else you guys like to do in this area, or would you like to move on to the infirmary?
I didn't even stop really, I just kept walking to the infirmary.
Yeah, no, days
Sure.
and like that, and yeah, I'm happy to accept that. That's all it's there.
Understood. Okay, so marching on, you guys eventually find yourself a bit like 5 or 10 minutes later in the infirmary, which is a pretty nicely sterile, well kept environment. Nice marble stone flooring. Nurses and doctors going about their business. Doesn't seem to be like a reception area. It just seems to be like basically just an entry hall and then opening to like 3 different wings essentially of basically wards. So if you guys were to just like look around for like 2 seconds, you could
Where's
very
the
easily.
burnt halfling?
Oh, yes, darling. The burnt halfling came in last night. He's just over in the west wing there.
I just go over.
No worries. Um, for you ask and you're pointing the right direction, but the second you begin walking, you realize that you might have not even needed to ask, as you hear Korax shouting and screaming at the top of his lungs, um, very, very loudly. Korax, by the way, Dizun, as soon as you all walk into the room, you see a halfling, a roided up halfling with short, spiky ginger hair, who looks almost rabid, essentially, is the best way I can describe him. He's he's got, unlike every other halfling you've ever seen, almost 0% fat on this man. It's almost it's insane. You're pretty sure he could arm wrestle you and you'd have a good chance of winning. Um, but you all could tell immediately he's not screaming or shouting out of pain, he's swearing. Specifically, Layla's name comes up in those swears. As you all again. The B team is gathered around in various forms. Morgan is sitting down reading a book. Nave seems to be just well, so just like drinking some tea, and Lilia's downside, Korax just trying to calm him. He is saying every swear under the sun. You crazy fucking bitch! You almost got us killed! Me specifically! You have no idea the aesthetic you fucking ruined! So yeah, what would you all do?
Hey,
Just,
hey.
hold on. Let him get it out.
And Layla just like, no, no, no. And Morgan just like looks for, he's been at this for the last 4 hours, he won't.
Okay, he's had enough time then. On you go, Lamia.
Hey, Corax. Let's use inside voice for a moment, okay? Breathe. Breathe. Okay, good. Now, in as few words as possible, tell me what happened and why you're here right now. Inside voice.
She got us to summon a demon so she could kill it and take its bones, and I got turned to
So
I got turned to a cooked brisket in the process.
Okay. Thank you, Corax. Layla. The fuck?
Just like turns to you all. It was a simple job, honestly.
Hold on. Explain to me the job first, and how that's got to do with you summoning a demon.
Alright, easily.
Not that we've
Wait.
not all made mistakes. I just want to, give me some backstory here. This is a lot to take in all at once.
Was this
Also-
a contract you were given to do?
this is your new gun, isn't it?
As you say that, Nox, you
Turn
watch
it, Nox.
as from her hip, she pulls out a gnarled and evil-looking rapier that is seemingly combined with a pistol. It is constantly emanating a black smoke that swirls around it and her hand.
It's kind of based.
Nice.
Yes. So essentially, I heard from a few people that there was spirits haunting the park, and thought it was a simple thing. The more I looked into it, the more that there was basically energies of the demonic that were haunting the area. I also did some research on what it could possibly be. I found out that it could be a nightmare, basically a fiery horse, and yeah, I had to basically get it evoked. Don't worry, I actually talked to the local priest in this district of the area, and he paid us handsomely for it. A bit of the issue.
Hold on.
Oh,
Why is,
okay.
why,
Thank
why is
goodness.
the
Okay.
demon now in
Okay,
your
then.
gun? Give me a sec.
What do you mean?
Your gun, sword,
Mhm.
gives off a lot of demonic energy right now.
Oh, it's fine.
To be
It's
honest,
not-
I'm not a big
it's-
fan of licorice, and it's really turning my stomach.
This is fair. It's not actually in the gun. I merely harvested its ribs.
Ah.
So that means it is in the gun. Eh, me?
If I cut off your hand and put it in a soup, are you in the soup?
Yes! I'm in the soup!
But you're not. You're not in the soup. Your soul goes
Yes,
to hell.
I am in the soup!
Your soul would go to hell or whatever.
No, I'm literally in the soup now.
That's different. If
Essentially-
you come to
Hold on, don't essentially me. I'm the most magically sensitive being in this fucking place.
The difficulty of the contract came that it wasn't just the nightmare itself. Apparently, it was saddled to a Dullahan, so we had to kill that as well. So, a bit more difficult
Did
than
you
I.
accept the contract knowing this, or did you do this and then accept the contract? Me? What did you sign Korax and the rest of the team up to?
and how much
kill the
money
demon.
did you get?
Enough.
That too.
No, that's also important, and I want to know how much.
She steps up to you. Well, darling, to be quite honest with you, as the accountant and the head of the B team, this contract was fulfilled by us. And didn't you always say that the purpose of the B team was to eventually send us out on our own contracts to bring in money for the company?
Yes.
So the funds were distributed out amongst the B team. As it was our contract, we fulfilled it. It is ours.
I'm
You
not trying to
forget
take.
the tariffs
I'm
are
not trying
working
to.
under Earth and lead, Layla, first of all. As you should know as our chief administrator. Secondly, Missy, you answer to us. Did he forget that?
Don't look
Well,
at me.
you
Look at
could-
him.
Nox will be pissed, but I will throw you off the fucking airship if you piss me off.
Well, to be quite honest with you, after seeing Nox get kidnapped in the dead of night, I figured it was up to us to take on our own initiative.
It is. And you're welcome to take it on your own initiative.
Indeed.
But when it comes to funds, funding, and payment, we supply everything you need to get around. We supply all your food. So when you take on a contracted mission and you get paid for that mission, of course you keep a certain percentage, but some of that goes back into the company. So when we ask you how much did you make in that mission, you're expected to tell us and not be a smarmy cunt about it.
Ramya, what was in the contract regarding the B teams? percentage cut of contracts fulfilled by the B team?
I want to say 30% goes
That's
to
all.
the company.
30%.
I think. This is Reese trying to
I
remember.
think it
Because I
was.
do remember talking about this in character, and it was either 25 or 30% goes to the company.
Then we'll put in our contracted amount into the company. But the rest is
No. You'll tell us how much the contract was. And if not, I'll go ask the priest who contracted you, so I know you're putting in the correct percent.
Are you implying that I would be cheating us?
I'm not implying anything. I'm implying I need some sort of audit to make sure that nobody's going to cheat me. And if I have to do it for you, I have to do it for every other team. So, best to start now, Layla. As an accountant, surely you should know this.
Well, this is the first time you've audited.
I have to audit Nox, Layla. I'm used to it.
750 quid.
Thank you. How hard was that?
Can I proffer a high five?
To who?
Layla.
She just slowly just.
That's quite impressive.
Korax. How did you get signed up for this job? Did Layla ask you to help? Or were you invited out on a contract? As the leader of this team, Korax.
Both. She said there was a contract and invited us out on it. I'm just saying, not enough research was done.
That's fair,
In
and you can
my-
handle that as you see fit, Korax. But as long as I'm aware that you signed up for a contract and a job, and you knew roughly what you were getting into when you agreed to help, that means that those, apart from anything, Layla didn't hoodwink you into helping her for nothing.
It's hard to avoid a flaming hoof to the chest when you're also ducking under a great sword is all.
Understand, Korax.
Not exactly a fun experience. It doesn't even hurt that much anymore. It's the principle of the thing.
And you're
I'm
welcome to pick
scared.
that up with your team member, Korax. More than welcome. Layla, remember this. Because you have a special relationship with Nox, does not make you unfireable. This is a company. And you are not the leader of this company.
I never implied as such.
Then don't stop acting like it, right?
I like that Paul's actually bringing out his business voice. I'm like, I'm not fucking I'm not fucking going back on that test. Just because you say that it's an error doesn't mean it's an error, alright? Cunt.
Exactly. No,
I've written down what it says in the code. So
now that we
fucking read
understood
it.
that everything is as it should be here, we'll meet you back in the ship later.
So, but before we leave, I ask, Korax, are you still in pain, or do you still need tending to?
No, they told me that it'll heal up soon. Yes, that's just my pride hurt more than anything.
Well, learn to dodge, I guess, but. Sounds
Yeah.
good.
Oh,
Yes,
Um,
duck into a
by
backflip
the
at
way,
the same time. Cunt.
everyone, this is Dezun. He's going to be joining us on our expedition. Dezun, Korax, Layla, Neve, and Morrigan.
It's a pleasure to meet you, shiny man.
The rest of them
Next
greet
time
you.
you get injured, come see me. I can fix it, or don't get hit. That's usually the best solution. Or wear better armor.
Slows me down.
Korax doesn't really like to wear armor.
Slows me down.
Well, you're obviously not fast enough as is, so either wear armor or learn to dodge. My point stands.
No one's ever talked to him like this.
Just get good. Learn to roll.
You know, if you ducked and did a backflip at the same time, you wouldn't have been hit by both those fucking sword and hoof at the same time, mate.
Fucking essentially. So yeah, fair dues. With that, gentlemen, you all head back to the ship. Anything else you guys would like to do for the rest of the evening?
I just turn to Rami and Nox as well back. I don't appreciate Layla going above and beyond in her own way here. Hope you understand that.
Oh no, I fully agree. Perhaps it's never been put to the B team properly, but I was under the impression they were aware that should they come into contracts of their own, at the very least they should be making us aware, as they are essentially they are part of this company and they represent the name Tooth and Lead.
Yeah, they represent us, and they work off our reputation.
Yes. So no, I don't believe you're too harsh, if that's what you were getting at. Not at all.
Okay.
I fully
Good to know.
agree.
I didn't want to do that. I prefer
And-
not to do that at all. But
She did seem to conveniently forget that when they signed their contracts, they agreed to giving a certain percentage of rewards back to the company. As you put it quite rightly, we house them, we feed them, we take them on my airship.
I do not believe that they are being treated poorly.
Exactly. There are nobles who live in worse conditions. How many nobles have an airship?
this is all true. I'm glad you both agree.
As long as well, perhaps this evening Nox might get a talking to when he goes to bed.
That's Nox's problem.
There's a difference between business and not business.
Oh, okay.
If she wants
We'll-
to,
we'll see if
consult me,
Layla agrees.
if she wants to consult me on work conditions during business hours, that's fine.
I can see it now. Nox, why didn't you stand up for me when Brandon was giving me a really hard time?
Oh, because
don't
you
know
signed
what
up
you
for
mean by
this,
that.
even after I told you not to. That's what I'll say, and that'll be fine.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Did you tell her not to sign up for it? I swear to God, you basically gave her no option.
He explicitly told us not to hire her.
He wanted her to be the accountant, and that was it.
Yeah, and then she was like, "No, I want to do adventures and only be paid 70% of what I make."
Yep.
Hey,
So
I think it's a pretty good deal.
what the fuck do you want from me?
Oh, good.
We're more than fair with the B team.
Indeed.
Good.
I mean, they're right on our fucking coattails. The most famous mercenary company in the fucking country. Because let's be honest, at this point, we kind of basically are.
Is that true, Sean? Can I do a society
no.
check? Can I get a rating?
The name
for it.
Tooth and Lead has definitely been circulating after the amount of shit we've done. Between all the shit in Oslight, saving that fucking village, the orcs and the dwarves that we brokered a fucking truce between.
Can I get
Our names has gone as far as the goddamn the plane of fucking air? Where the fuck is
Yes.
Anax from? Earth.
Oh yeah,
Our name is in the fucking Earth plane.
Our name's in the fucking Earth plane.
Just
What
saying.
a way to say that.
We have a friend who's an angel.
We have a friend who's a fucking angel. Like, the rat men love us.
Bitch, I work for God.
Bitch, I work for God.
And that's the title
That's a
of the
good episode title.
Oh, the episode title I was going to go with is My Jug is Always Full, As Am I.
Oh, God. Fuck's sake.
Which I thought was also quite good.
Oh. All right. So, John, this evening, is there anything else you guys would like to do besides going to bed?
Probably just like any last minute maintenance things that need done for either the big ballista on the front or the big cannon underneath or anything like that.
Fair news. So basically, including besides the cannon, it gave you basically what seem to be shells that open on the side and allow basically alchemical reagents to be fired out of it, which could be basically whatever kind you want.
Interesting. Do I get yelled at this evening, Sean? Just checking.
So later in the evening, so are you guys staying on the ship tonight, or as you're leaving
Oh, yeah.
tomorrow
Oh
morning?
yeah, we're leaving tomorrow morning.
I'm sending the ship, yeah. I assume the B teams all stay on the ship probably.
They are. They
I've
are.
assigned a quarter or bunk to Desian, whatever is available.
That's fair. Disney, you probably have your own like small quarters now that you're part of the A team. Honestly, it's not too big. It's like 5 foot by 5 foot, essentially. It's big enough for like a cabinet and a shelving unit, and that's about it. And a bed. Nothing too ostentatious, but it's enough to live in temporarily. You know. Nox. As Layla arrives back in the ship, Brandon, actually, where are you at this point?
Brandon's probably either in his room or up in the captain's quarters with Ramya. Reading or having a drink, I imagine. Depends on the time.
Well, if you guys are in the captain's cabin, looking out over the ship, you would essentially see Layla and the B team come back onto the ship. Korak seems to have gotten himself a new, like, how would I put it, bandolier, almost, over his chest, but it's like a half one, and on one end, right above where his, like, burn is, it's now like a massive decorated, like, metal ring. They encircle it. And he just seems to be like, you know, like pretty fucking proud of it. You know, now he's just like fucking chest pumped out and everything like that. Just seems happy with himself.
Fair.
Layla, they all like go back into their own quarters and everything like that and go down to the ship. Layla notices you two up in the quarters and just a slight
Nod back.
nod. And she heads down to the quarters. Nox. As it enters the quarters, she sighs, takes off her hat, sits down in the chair, and just closes her eyes and relaxes. Whew, what a day.
You did well.
I think so. I think it went really well. I could have done without the talking to him, but it was warranted. I suppose, in a way.
I'm glad you agree.
I feel like some initiative should be taken in future, that's all.
Would you care to elaborate?
The A-team isn't immortal. That's been proven quite evident. So we need to start looking after ourselves. Providing for the company, obviously, but we can't be, how do I put it, playing second fiddle, I suppose, all the times. We need to take the lead occasionally. And if that means going off on our own contracts, if that means bringing in our own money as much as we can, then I think so. We certainly can't expect you lot to live forever. How much what you get up to?
Mutiny!
I haven't told you much about where I came from.
You haven't. It's one of the topics you don't like talking about. Not that you do talk much, but I assumed you'd always get around to it if you felt comfortable.
The Hobgoblin Society is very regimented.
Hmm.
For reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Order is specific.
Mm-hmm.
You play second fiddle for the same reason that I do. Because they have better ideas. The Badger and the Short One have gotten us quite a bit of money over the last 3 months. And in the short period of time that they are going to stay alive, they'll get us much, much richer.
This is true. Hopefully it's not too short of a time. They do very value them as friends. I would like them to continue what they're doing. But I can't bank on the idea that you'll survive until you're ripe and old and ready to retire.
The
It's not fair
brightest,
on you. Fair on us.
the brightest candles burn the shortest.
Speaking of, and then she gets up, with one hand begins to undo her bodice, and the other one.
Nice. God damn it.
Fades to black.
Good.
So yes. Next morning, gentlemen.
How are we going to play cards in the dark? Whatever. Weird woman.
So yes, next morning, at the crack of dawn, essentially, as the sun begins to peek over the horizon, it is go time. If at any point after the session, by the way, you guys will be like, "No, Sean, I wanted to go buy this equipment," just say.
That's why I have Prescient Planner.
Yeah, Reese has a feat for that.
Yes. What's it? The captains of all of the ships begin to funnel out of their ships and essentially gather on the wall in front of the representatives of the three baron houses. With them seems to be essentially a quartermaster with two assistants and just a series of crates all behind him. Rami, would you, upon knowing of this, once you were awake and looking at your ship, would you like to join?
Yeah, probably.
Yes. Essentially, spend the next 20 minutes going over the environment of Thurian's Black Scar. Obviously not too relevant to you guys, but information nonetheless. What they describe is essentially a poisonous landscape filled with active volcanoes and horrific abominations, both magical and mundane. While they can't prep every individual crew for the fights down there, they do provide equipment to deal with the atmosphere and the whatchamacallit, and the heat. So essentially, they are laying out for each captain to supply with crates in beside them is clothing for each crew member to resist extreme heat, and gas masks to filter poisonous environments.
Sick.
So you're telling me we're going to get a hobgoblin with a gas mask on? Fucking class.
Essentially, yes.
I'm going to ask
Literally.
ChatGPT to draw that right now. Fucking now.
Oh, wait 2 seconds, I got food arriving.
Oh,
I need to go take a piss anyway.
oh God, thank Christ.
Piss break rules.
Ugh. I'm back. I fucking hate this new pin code thing that Just Eat does. I'll take your silence as agreement.
Ah, fuck. What do you mean new pin code thing? What do they do? Do you have to like text a pin code or something?
So whenever it like makes sure like your order comes through or whatever, it just gives you like a 4-digit pin code.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously by the time my like food gets here, I always I forget to look at what the pin code is.
Uh-huh.
So then I go to the door, and I'm like, oh, cheers, thanks for that. And then the guy's like, oh, what, pin code? And I'm like, oh, give me 2 seconds to go check. I have to come fucking back into the living room to look at my PC to check the number.
Huh.
It's just annoying. What's more inconsistent is though, because sometimes they'll ask for it and sometimes they won't. And every time I remember to check and go to the fucking door, and I'm like, I know the number, they don't ask for it.
Damn.
Every time.
Yeah. I just need you to know, 100% down to kill Layla anytime.
What the fuck? What did I just get back to? What the fuck?
Anytime. Let me know. It's a long fall off the airship.
Is this what's happening here?
Gotta keep all options open, Sean.
Jesus.
I mean, hey, she was getting a bit lippy.
I think that what you said to her was perfectly fine.
Keep an eye on that one.
I also like the idea that I also like the idea now that Nox is just waiting for you all to die, so he can just go into the bag of holding and leave, which is even funnier to me.
He'd never take the shot himself, but he would definitely profit from it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
See, that's the funniest thing.
Mhm.
Ramya is practically immortal.
Oh.
I mean, she's a gnome, so kinda, yeah.
Yeah. So like
Gnomes
it's
in Pathfinder, Nathan, are practically immortal. They don't die of old age, they die of the grain, which means they get bored.
oh yeah,
As
I'm
long
aware of the
as she
grain.
keeps doing new things, she will outlive everybody.
As long as I keep finding languages, I'm good.
Yeah.
We'll see about that.
So good luck outliving a gnome.
I
Buddy.
don't know if Nox would know. I don't know if Nox would know that. So it's
No.
fine.
Probably not.
I wish I
Also,
got
I
the
don't.
booty.
Ramia's also never brought up the grain because she is incredibly like scared of it.
Yeah, which
Mhm.
makes sense.
I would love to grab my Udi as well, Dylan, but it's in the fucking bedroom with Michelle, who's fast asleep. I'm
And
like,
you're
I ain't
scared of
touching that.
women.
I'm terrified of women.
Don't get shouted at again, Sean.
Oh, please don't shout at me again and make me force quit the Discord call.
No, so turns out my message to her didn't go through, so she didn't realize that I was actually home from work that night, that I was sent home sick. So she got shit scared that there was someone in the flat, essentially.
Came in and
Um,
screamed. God
Yeah,
damn!
essentially. My message didn't go through, but I messaged as soon as I got in the fucking door. But she was fast asleep for like 4 hours, so I didn't want to fucking wake her.
That
Jesus,
sucks real bad.
it sucks.
No wonder you
so
fucking quit out so quickly. We thought you were
I
getting
was-
we thought you were getting yelled at for being loud.
No, not even that. No, she woke up naturally, but like she thought there was someone in the fucking flat with her, and I'm like, I get where you're coming from, but I didn't want to wake you. I'm fucking terrified of you when you're awake. Jesus Christ. I'm not actually saying that, by the way, legally speaking. Okay, just
Because he
in
knows that
case.
it's getting recorded,
Sure,
so he's like,
it's
"Oh,
on the
please no."
recording.
Yeah,
And Nippers
please.
not going to edit it out where you'll remove this bit where you just said I'm not actually saying that.
Fuck's sake.
Just him adding a timestamp to his notes. Edit it back.
Yep.
Literally. Oh god. So yeah. Ramian. So continuing on. They basically, for the next wee while, after describing the precautions that can be taken for the environment, they describe the plan for all the other captains. Basically laying out bit for bit, flight formations and stuff like that. None of it, again, relevant to you, except the last part of them drawing off all the windworms for you guys. At which point, the representatives turn to you, say, "So, Ramian, Captain, prior to your installation of one of these, how would I put it, armaments on the front of your ship, we would have said that you would need to find a way inside the fortress. But based on the size of it, I'm pretty sure you could possibly blow a hole in the side of the building. From there, it is the mission of you and your crew to get inside the fortress and execute the necromancer with great prejudice. Once again,
Consider it done.
I was about to ask if you are still up for this. I'm glad to hear you so."
Oh, we're still up with this. It's personal.
She says, like taking a puff of her cigar. It's personal.
And I would also like to say that whilst it is personal, we do also expect to be paid.
The representatives and all the captains turn to the random hob that is like, I'm assuming,
Standing
sitting
behind her, I assume.
Payment will be provided to all captains, with a bonus, assuming that the job is completely.
Oh, it'll be completed.
Easy peasy.
This means no phylacteries, no chance of resurrection, no nonsense. A proper purge of that entire building. Imagine Brandon, Dezun, if you guys are on the airship, you are also overhearing this. If not, it's fair.
I'm just reading my book, letting it go on. So it doesn't think about Kardaic ruins.
So, still, essentially, the history of this world is this is the world that was remade after the old one got destroyed. And one of the first races on this world was a race called the Chorda, Chorda. Basically, they all disappeared along with almost all of their runes on the surface of the planet. No one is sure where the fuck they have gone, how they disappeared, or why, but they're just gone. Occasionally, you'll find some scholar writing a book or like researching them, their language or their runes.
Like the Dwemer from Skyrim.
It's the Dwemer. Yeah, they disappeared with barely any trace. Essentially, is what they are.
We know they're kind of birdy. They're bird-like.
Kind of bird-like from what people have ascertained from suits of armor and stuff like that, and various.
Brandon's book.
Yes, I don't know if Dazun would be a scholar of any kind, but Brandon the Badger here is. He essentially wrote a book very early on in the campaign that is the leading bit of research on the Corda. Did you remember the full title of the book, Brandon?
Oh, I don't know.
It was something regarding Temenizar, that very specific ruin that you found.
Yeah, it was like.
I don't have the name of it in my notes. All I have is we spent a month lounging in the city. Ramya built machines. Brandon wrote books.
Accurate
I'll
notes.
see if I saw it in my notes, but yeah.
I write my notes in person, so I find Knox wouldn't know.
Essentially, there's not a lot of information on them, Dylan, but that is the general gist of what everyone knows.
I mean, I probably wouldn't know anything about them.
Some bird guys about.
I mean, the orcs left the plane, and that's where I've been sent.
This is very fair. This is very fair.
So as you say that, I'll say who?
The Korda, an ancient race of slightly bird-like people that once inhabited this land. They leave ruins throughout the place, filled with magical artifact.
No,
Actually, one magical artifact is the Gate to Temenizar, which to this day has killed. I think the last I heard it was 25 wizards that tried to get through it, so it's probably in the mid-40s by now. I look around for the scrying orb.
The scrying orb is not present, apparently.
Oh.
Well, Catherine must be busy today. She's not scrying on me. interesting.
This means nothing to the new guy. He's just rambling random shit to him.
No, I mean, the Orcish people we left when all, like, I guess they were around. We moved to a different plane.
Understood.
Yeah. It was a while after everyone, basically all the races that did go to that plane, so it was the Sokai, the Tengu, and the Calf folk and the Orcs. They all went to their own plane, essentially, after the world blew up.
Orcish corpses in Temenizer?
You did, yes. Some came back to this new plane, but there are many that are still there.
So that's actually really funny because the goblins did the same thing, except every other fucker decided to follow them.
Essentially, yeah.
Anyway, interesting that some of your folks must have stayed behind then. We've found some Orcish with the remains in the holes of Temenizer. Must have done battle with the Kurda.
Possibly. Our sort of mandate was to keep the demons in check on our plane. So
Understood. Not a big fan of demons myself, I'll be honest.
That's interesting because if you know about demons, we might have a job for you. Oh fuck! No, sorry, I forgot. I'm down there getting yelled at another point. Sorry, excuse me.
Fucking hellbucks.
I get fucking hook clawed dragged down.
We're just having a. I imagine, unless you want to head down there, Dylan, we're just gonna chat away while they do their boring meeting stuff.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay on the ship. Try and convince you to keep drinking with me.
That's easily done. Every drink he's like, I really shouldn't, you know. I'm a badger. I swear this is animal cruel.
Would you like your morning coffee, Orcish?
This is.
Orcish means we hit
Um,
we hit the mug with a stick.
Racist.
No, Orcish means we hit you with the mug.
That's even better. God damn it. You can really feel the power.
Mm. Reese, are you even here? I don't think he's got his headphones on. God damn it.
For a second, I was like,
Reese has been invaded by Ambrose's cousin by the looks.
for a second there, I was like, fuck me, Reese got a tan.
Yeah, no, that's the American.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Don't know if he's the Trump one or not.
I don't know. I didn't get
I don't know
dancing
if
with
it's
him a
him or
lot.
the other one.
I had a conversation with him at the bar. I did.
Right.
Like at the wedding. His name is Sean. Shaun.
Oh, so
Class.
better, Sean.
Kill yourself. No, like it was a weird fucking conversation.
Right.
Genuinely, nothing stuck out. It was just weird finding an American and him just talking about random shit.
Man, I can remember so little of that fucking wedding.
That part specifically was kind of a blur. I was
I
still
think
like,
it was a good wedding, yeah.
yeah, I was
Oh,
still
yeah, like-
pretty fucking drunk at that point.
I can remember Reese and Rita's speech. That was about it.
Which, while it was so sweet, God, it was cringe.
Oh yeah, you're my muse. Fuck off. Yeah, I mean,
All right. I'll fucking record yours then, cunt.
It was a good fucking night though. I really enjoyed myself.
that was really
Yeah,
good.
Dylan, when did you stay until Dylan actually?
You were there when I left.
Thought it was probably out at 4 a.m. It ended at 2.
No, it was like 1-ish, I think we left.
Fair.
We're
It's
just-
a decent time.
Half 12, 1-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Fair folks, man. Honestly.
Did
Good
many
shit.
people go to like the nightclub thing? Because I know that was supposed to happen.
Oh no, I got out of there about 2 o'clock.
Fair. Part of me does like wish I kind of stayed, but like when I got home to Michelle, mate, I fell asleep almost immediately.
I
was
think
fucking
it was
exhausted.
sensible for you to have left.
Yeah.
I woke up in
Well-
the morning. I still had my kilt on,
Jesus
Yeah.
fucking Christ,
and
man.
I had the drive to drop all the kilts off.
Oh, buddy.
Hungover as fuck.
Hungover as absolute fuck.
Luckily, that wasn't too bad.
Nice.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, I think probably.
Oh, fuck. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, I want to get you guys into the fucking Astro. This guy needs to fucking leave.
It's not happening.
God damn it.
You may call the session. Oh no, hold on.
Oh,
Is he back?
he's
Yeah.
Hi,
back.
I'm back.
He's back!
buddy.
I'm reading our cousin. I've just arrived.
Hey.
Mm.
No, we saw.
Yes, we did indeed.
Is he the one left, or is he just
Yeah, everyone's already gone.
That's fair.
So, sorry, what's happening?
So, yeah, no, so it's basically just you guys, you're having it explained to you, you agreed that the job be done, and with that, they basically adjourn their meeting, and they ensure that each captain grabs enough supplies for each member of their crew.
Okay.
Mhm.
Sounds good.
So, let's see. You four, Korax, Neve, Morrigan, Layla.
Just say the B team.
8. I'm not missing anything, am I?
Yeah, that's it. Bela's not here, right?
Yeah, Bela's not with you, no.
Oh, it's
And Brell's not here.
I thought Bella was
No.
with us.
No. Bela, nor wait, no.
No, Bella is here. She fitted the fucking bullshit
She
to the.
did.
Yeah. Bela is
Yes. She was. She did. She helped fit the fucking thing to the front of the ship. That's right.
Okay, we've got one more person you to meet, Dylan.
Yeah, we forgot.
She's a deep gnome demon touched woman.
Oh,
Deep dwarf
she's
demon
a,
touched
she's
woman.
a Duragar.
She's a Duragar deep gnome fucking bullshit demon woman. Fuck it.
essentially, fucking Dwargar. You know the fucking dwarves, the from World of Warcraft, the deep rock dwarf. Fucking what are they called again?
Yeah.
The ones with the
Dark
fucking
Iron.
flaming eyes and shit like
Dark
that.
Iron. She's Dark Iron Dwarf.
Dark Iron. Thank you. That's what they're fucking called. Yes. Essentially that is what you're picturing for you. She seems to be spending most of her time like down the depths, like of the ship, just tinkering and just keeping all the weapons and everything just up to scratch. Which now that the fucking runesmith fucking thing is released, I am definitely making Bela a runesmith if I ever give her a class.
Makes sense.
100% That is so accurate.
We
Speaking of,
found her by doing the do not resist, you're being rescued.
After she threw a grenade at me.
Yeah.
After that,
So
It
we
was so
we
fun.
promised to save her civilization from demons.
by killing a god.
So that's next on the to-do list.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's yeah. Gotta hit level 9 before we do that.
Yeah, that's definitely achievable. So yeah,
Well, you got a cleric now, so yeah.
Which is we're
fine.
fucking Sif and Lead.
this is fair. So
We
yes,
haven't built yet. Except the first time we fought faster, it doesn't count.
Yeah, we
That
still
doesn't count.
survived that. So
Yeah.
surprisingly, Jesus Christ, I don't know how the fuck you did, but you did. All right,
Fuck them up.
he ran away. So yes, gentlemen. Ooh, fuck, excuse me. So, as you all get dealt out the equipment that you might need for going into Thurian's Black Scar, the ship is basically like every other airship on the wall at this point. The hooks and scaffolding detach from the ship, and it begins floating of its own accord.
I take the helm.
No worries. As all the airships basically begin to drift up into the sky, thank you, Reese. Joining in on formation, the Star Drake. Rami, take me through how you would like the Star Drake to, how I put it, begin its main voyage. They've all taken up basically formation in basically a wall of airships.
Okay. Has I don't know if I ever, well, Nox or I, ever relayed to the team what the actual game plan is going forward that we heard from the captain's meeting.
Well, that's up to you. I could say that you could say that you said it like previously, or if you want to explain it now, that's up to you.
I mean, I'll just explain it now.
Mm.
So I gather everybody around.
Mhm.
This is all happens like 10 minutes before we take off.
Mhm.
So we gather everybody, A and B team. So when Nox and I were at the captain's meeting with the representatives, we were informed that essentially on this expedition we get to do whatever we please. They recognize that not only do we have the fastest ship, we also have the only ship capable of plane skipping, essentially. For any of the B team who maybe aren't aware, the ship has the capability of essentially dropping us into the astral plane and then dropping us back out again about 24 hours later. So, given that, it's been recommended that we may perhaps essentially ride the astral sea for some time to shorten the distance for ourselves to travel to get to Hastur's fortress, okay? We were shown they use like a scrying technology or something scrying thing, right, to kind of show us like all the lindworms and drakes and shit everywhere. Yeah. We were shown a projection of enemy forces, and there's a lot of them. So the plan is essentially that the rest of the fleet will engage with Hastur's forces, whilst we covertly do a little sneak attack, and I've been informed that apparently the cannon newly installed should be strong enough to punch a hole straight into Pastor's fortress. So the hope is that we could very sneakily make our way, get up to that fortress, rest of the fleet engages all the lindworms and drakes and stuff, we punch a hole into Hastur's place, and then we go in, we kill the fucker and anyone else we find inside, and we are the heroes who save the day, and once again, Toof and Led's name rings victorious.
Just to check.
Question.
How are we getting in there?
The big cannon, I just said
No,
that.
no. In what fashion?
I don't understand.
Can you say sneakily?
Sneakily.
Wonderful, thank you.
What?
It's fine.
We sneak in.
Correct. Just talking to him.
Any other questions that aren't dumb?
No.
Yeah, Neve like just puts around. Do we have any ideas like what's going to be in the fortress besides Haster? Do we have any ideas what's in there?
Well, as some of you may know, Hastur was the essentially head of the necromancy side of the collegiate. So I would assume probably an entire army of undead. He's had a lot of time to prepare. He knows we're coming. I'm going to imagine there's going to be a lot of undead.
Well, I should dig them. So. They die easy. Ironically, they die easy.
Exactly, easy. It'll be peasy easy.
Quick job in there. 15 minutes.
Exactly.
What could possibly go wrong?
Judging by past performance, quite a lot.
It'll be fine.
The worst that it can happen. You die.
Exactly.
I mean, Morgan is just like, I mean, you could also get resurrected. That seems a bit worse.
Technically sure if you're conscious for that or not. From my slight dabble into a couple of necromantic classes, it appears as if you're only semi-conscious. So, you know, like a bad dream.
Lovely. Living nightmare for the rest of our days.
Well, think of it this way.
Just don't die the first time.
Every undead you slay is one more person you freed from that fate, so...
Yes.
And morbidly beautiful. I like it. Let's do it.
I thought it'd be right up your alley, yeah.
Well, I'm good to go. Oh, no,
Eh.
yourselves.
So, Sean, remind me, how many days sailing is Hastur's place from here? Because the rest of the army is going the long way, kinda.
Hmm.
So they're going to take roughly how long to get there?
You would say about 4 days at most.
Okay.
You need to figure out some way of actually knowing when the lindworms are being drawn off, and that is your cue to like get in there. So as long as you get there beforehand, and you figure out how to do that, you should be okay.
Is Osmias still in this tub?
He is not like on the ship, but you do see him like basically off in the distance, like on top of the wall. He's basically sitting on a bench and basically just watching the procession happen all around him. Everyone's flooding on their ships, just like eating some like snack, just like apple slices or something.
Fair enough, I'll leave it up to him then.
There it is. All right.
Brandon,
Yeah.
that scrying thing you keep saying that Catherine does to you, are you able to do that kind of magic?
No, I'm not, no. I'm not
Oh.
trained in the divination spells. Actually, I'll look around.
Nothing.
She's not been scrying on me for a little bit. Who knows? Maybe she's finally moved on.
Hey, Oh shit. Dezun, do you have
Yes.
any ways to see far away places?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Does anybody have a spyglass?
Yes.
Okay, I think we'll be fine. So anyway, so my plan is, because obviously we don't really know how this astral plane dipping works because we've never done it before. Um, my plan was that we could fly up a little bit. We'll engage the astral plane drive, and we will hop over there. Once it recharges, we'll come back out and just kind of see where it spits us out, and then decide if it's worth using again to get us closer one more time, or because I don't know how it's. I don't know how far we travel in the astral plane will affect how far we come out in the material, so it's gonna be a bit of a test run.
Sounds fair. We need to test it at some point.
Yeah. Does anybody know anything about the astral plane?
It's somewhere else.
In pieces, but not much more than Osmias has told us already, to be honest.
So I think
No.
there are things there.
Oh, there are, aye. Yeah.
So things that might want to kill us. So
Oh, yes.
we should all be ready for immediate combat when we come into the astral plane, just in case.
Aye, should be fine.
Is everybody happy with the current arrangements?
As I'll let it be.
Cool. Just cast an eye over the B team, all nodding in agreement.
Yep, there indeed. Everyone seems to be pretty happy.
Alrighty, so once we once we unmoor from the dock here, we'll just go up a little bit, and then I will engage the astral plane drive thing.
Mhm.
Before you do
And
that,
yes,
I'll put my hand on your shoulder and say, "May the spirits guide you," and cast guidance on you.
Wow.
oh, excellent. Thank you
Nice.
kindly.
What does guidance do in the system again?
That's the +1 to the skill check
Nice.
or
Good shit.
attack roll or whatever.
Mhm.
I'll probably need that for some kind of navigation check.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it only lasts like 6 seconds or something.
6 what?
It only lasts like 6 seconds or something, and then you're immune for an hour.
It's only 6 seconds from.
Yep,
Yeah.
when he casts it.
It's until
Okay.
my next turn, so from when I cast it.
Okay, well, I imagine like you'll be standing beside me and that'll engage the drive and then you cast it, kind of thing.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. And now we can kind of go to where we were. The ship
Yeah.
is moored off.
Yep.
We just drift up a little bit.
Mhm.
And then I'm just gonna engage drive and see what happens.
No worries. As you're doing so, Brandon, off the edge of the ship, you see Osmias look up at you and point at you, and you hear a message in your mind. Look for the currents, grab them, and the ship will take you where you need to go. Okay. And with that,
Very good, very good. Thank you.
Ramya, give me a crafting check, please.
Cool.
+1.
And as I do this, I'm gonna say to everybody to hold on to something. I have no idea.
Hold on
what
to your
I'm supposed
butts.
to do.
First time for everything.
How do I? Where is my? Hold on, skills. A crafting check, you say?
Mhm.
With a +1.
I believe, yes.
Modifier. Can I just add a +1 in here? Should be able to. Circumstance. Add. Yeah, nice, I did. Okay, roll. Does a 36 succeed?
It's a crit.
Are we sure? 36 seeds, yeah. For fuck's sake.
I am kind of good at crafting.
So, the inventor, good at crafting.
I know, right?
My goodness.
Shock.
So, you pull the lever, And your instinct tells you gently. It's the first time this thing has been happening.
Mhm.
And the more you click it back, the more you see, all of you can see it. In fact, the runes all over the ship and the lines begin to glow and pulse. Boom, 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 faster and faster and faster. So Ramlin, finally and you watch as the ship, from the front end, begins to basically almost digitize, almost, and to drift away
Awful.
like fucking ashes in the wind.
Nice. It's like it's been hit by a Necron Gauss rifle.
Essentially, yes.
I don't like that.
It's not an instantaneous process. It takes about 6 seconds for the whole ship to be like pulled into the astral.
Each turn is 1 turn. Interesting.
Fast. I am screaming the entire time.
I like to think you're running away from it as it's being digitized.
Like I get to the railing, I look down at all the people on the port. I just go ah ah.
You just scream, "Ah, ah," and then it begins to like take over you. And the second like this process touches you, Nox, you find that your entire body is locked to the actual ship, unable to move.
It burns. It burns. Why does it hurt?
It's just like tingling sensation, yeah. And your entire body begins to digitize, and the sounds of the screams go, "Ah!" It's nothing.
Oh god, he's screaming into
Ramya.
forever.
Ramya, you are the last one in the captain's quarters, and you watch the whole ship like disappear before you, until finally.
I just have a wide grin the whole time. This is so exciting. This is a new experience.
Stop. Okay, and here we go. If this plays right, I will be so happy. Fucking please, please play the song game. There we go. All right.
Wow.
Oh god.
And
should
let me
we-
get actors.
Yeah, track some tokens on this fucking screen, Queen.
Star Drake. Come on, fucking get on the fucking thing.
I desire visibility.
Oh wait, let me actually have a second. Could the fucking fog of war be on? Shouldn't be. Lighting, fog inspiration. There we go. Save changes. There we go. And Star Drake. Still not coming up. I don't know why. It went on every. There we go.
It's all black.
It's all black for you?
Yep.
We'll only be
Yep.
able to see if you put the party flipped black.
Ah, okay. Fair dues.
This is
There
so
we go, yeah.
loud.
There we go.
Nice. Also, if you had images before, Sean, it's been black the entire session, by the way.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's been
Yeah.
black the entire session.
I literally had you on just the fucking world map.
No,
that's
it's
okay.
not
Oh, that's
the
okay
session,
then. That's
yeah.
fine.
God damn it. No, that's alright. So, you all find yourselves emerged into a vast, empty, colorful sea before you.
Let me out. Let me out of the bag.
Initially, what you're all feeling is a sense of weightlessness, almost. The place is empty. In the far, far, far distance, you think you can see rocks, maybe buildings, floating in the nothingness. There's something but starlight. Breath doesn't even seem to have any effect in front of you. It's neither hot nor cold. It's just a flow. Like something is pushing you this way and that. It's not enough to like push you over, but it's like a drifting stream moving over your body, almost. It's an odd, empty place. and your minds begin to just, how would I put it, wander. Possibilities become very open to you. You're imagining things that you've never imagined before, and this could be a variety of you inventions, spells, was it gun bullet trajectories,
New ways to gut people.
new ways to gut people, new ways to worship your god.
Can I fucking lock it in and look for these currents, Sean?
Of course, yes. So, Paul, I'm going to go off of the actions right now. So you got 3 actions. What would you like to do?
Can I roll a Arcana check? See if I can notice any of these
You
astral
absolutely,
currents that were mentioned to me.
absolutely fucking can. Yes. Where is it? 1 second. Please do that. Mirror image. Is it? No. No, it's not that. Dylan, do you know how to flip a token horizontally?
Like,
Rotate it?
rotate it.
Yeah.
Just press shift on it. Shift and scroll on it.
That doesn't change the actual, like, length of it is the thing. Weird. Oh, well. Fuck it.
What do you mean the length of it?
So it's more long than it is wide. So if I do shift, spin it, it still keeps it vertically long that way.
Oh, you mean the hitbox?
Yeah.
I don't think you can unless you change it in the like settings of the
Fucking, of course.
thing.
Damn you. Alright. 34 Paul.
Honestly,
That's a
never used the vehicle, to be honest.
Yeah, same. Paul, that is a crit. So,
Nice.
with your knowledge of the arcane and with Osmias's guide, guiding words in your mind, you know for a fact that arcane sense will reveal to you whatever current you are looking for at this point. It's, how would I put it? Mortal eyes are only able to see so much, and you need to see more.
I have to take magic on. Fucking cooldown shot. It's an 8.
It still takes a fucking action to do! Yes. As you do so,
Yes, tell me what I see in 6 seconds, Sean.
yeah, literally. So you cast detect magic, and your vision is filled with what look to be threads, almost in every single direction, taking up almost every single inch of space all around you. But they're moving in a way that you would definitely describe as it's in a stream. They're flowing over every single person on the ship right now. The process now is trying to discern which of these currents is leading to Haster's Palace.
Okay.
That is the difficulty that you're going to try and find right now. You can, now that you can see them, reach out and touch them, and possibly grasp them. But finding the correct one might be an issue. If you'd like to do another Arcana check, or if you want to do anything else, please feel free.
I think I'll go for another Arcana check to see if I can
Go
figure
for
it out. 22.
22. As you'll crit, the DC is lower, so that's fine.
Right,
Essentially.
that.
Absolutely, go for it.
I hope I rolled a fucking 4.
0 point now.
I
It's
hope
okay.
I rolled a
It's fine.
3.
22 is fine. 22 works. So the more you watch all of these currents around you, the more you're able to discern their properties. Some of them seem to be abjuration in nature, the connected plane of life. Some of them are pure evocation, fire, lightning, and storm, flowing in different directions. But you find one stream, one current that stands out to you. It is a putrid black, and it is drawing in one direction. As you look off in the distance, you can see dozens more heading in the same direction. That is what it's telling you. Your gut is saying that is the right current.
But I go. Ramya.
Mhm.
Director. Go your own direction.
Just steer in the direction he points.
Yep. Do you know what Osmaya said to you?
Follow the current and the ship will take you there.
Grab the current.
Grab the current. And grab the current.
Hmm.
You all watch as all of a sudden Brandon is holding a shimmering black and brackish series of threads in his hand. And as he does so, the ship responds in kind.
Oh.
Brandon, you find yourself locked in place, unable to move your feet. And the ship's sails, now a shimmering crystalline form, begin to drift in that direction, out of your control, Ramiel.
Nice. That's fine. I mean, I feel like Brandon's probably got his glowing eyes from the detect magic. I assume he knows what he's doing, so I let go of the wheel and I let the ship take us.
This thread here should take us to Old Pastor, I hope.
Excellent.
At least another necromancer. Maybe the player of death.
I mean, same difference, right?
Alright.
I hobble up to the orc.
Mhm.
Are you still happy with what you've signed up to?
I'm totally on board with getting rid of this Hasper fellow. It seems like you've had previous run-ins with him. What happened there?
We were hired by a member of the collegiate to break one of his sigils so that he could be excised. We did so, but he ran away like a coward. He won't get away this time.
So this is revenge then?
It's just business.
All of a sudden, a
Well,
magical
you'll soon learn that Nox likes to think, rather, Nathan likes to think he speaks in a lot of one-liners.
And I do. I speak a lot of good one-liners.
One-liners, yeah, I don't know about good.
Ah, come on. It's just business. It's,
One will stick eventually.
yeah, what'll go eventually. So,
So yes, over the next few hours, the ship drifts in the general direction that Brandon is holding this thread. It is eerily quiet in here. There's not but the drifting, fragmentary thoughts amongst you all. Could I get a will save from you all, please?
Yes.
what kind of...
If I just click will, let's just auto.
What are
That's
we
sick.
checking against right now?
May I ask what you got the bonus to?
Intimidation for just like actions such as demoralize.
No, it is not that.
Okay. Uh. du- 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 du.
Okay. It's very easy DC,
I
so it
also
should be
have
cheap.
stubborn.
Which does.
When you fail but don't critically fail a will save against an effect that would give you a controlled condition, you can attempt a second save against the effect at the start of my next turn. So that's for controlled.
Should
Okay.
probably check if I have anything.
That's alright.
I don't think I do.
That's no worries.
Please hold while I check through my 35 different things to see if I have another thing that tells me that you're wrong.
Sean, we wanted something different to Dungeons & Dragons 5e that was actually, more in-depth, and I actually gave us
Oh,
book
I'm not
club.
complaining. I'm enjoying this.
Here's something that does exactly that. Oh, I have to look at my character sheet once we do stuff. Oh.
I can't emphasize enough. Filling out my character sheet earlier today provoked in me a sort of primal rage akin to an ape that had his territory intruded upon. I was frustrated. Will save, yeah? Okay. While I roll that, I'm going for a piss. Ah! No, I'm going to hero point that.
So after all that,
30. Okay, right. BRB.
30. Okay, fair dues. Alright. So... Yeah, that's actually fairly apt, honestly, this result. Ramya, until the end of your... How would I put it? No, sorry, until your next daily preparations, you are suffering from Stupefied 1, as your brain is essentially trying to make sense of the landscape around you.
Okay, that's fair.
You are
Let me
basically
just try and how do I add my condition on this? Toggle effects. Nope, not that.
I think have to drag out the party, and
Yeah, you gotta put in the token.
yeah,
Okay. How do you? Yes. Which assign status effects, and then stupefied. Where is stupefied? There it is. Stupefied.
yep, nice. So, yes. And because of that, give me a second.
Who's giving us Marshall's aura?
Uh,
Is that you,
Oh,
Dylan?
that's me. Yeah.
Ah, cool. +1 against fear. Sick.
Ramia, as your thoughts begin to wander, and how I put it, you begin to evoke more emotions from you as you were enraptured by this landscape. What is something that you think Ramia would be feeling right now, or remembering, or thinking of?
Describe that to me again.
What is something that Ramia, in this current moment, when she becomes stupefied, is there an emotion she'd be feeling, a memory that she would be recalling, or a possibility that she would be thinking of? What would be coming to her brain at this point?
I guess it would kind of depend on what general vibe am I getting from this place? Like,
Freedom. A vast, endless sea of freedom and possibility.
she would be thinking of Sudvi and what could have been.
You all watch as Ramia is stuck staring out into the vast, endless sea before you. And you watch out of the back of her head drift what seems to be a grey, formless cloud. I'll essentially show you guys what it is. Discord, Pathfinder. It looks exactly like that.
Do we see that she's like
Ooh.
not completely
Yes, you would
falling
absolutely all
off?
be able to see that she is not very locked in, I suppose. She's not
Can
very present.
I
Imagine the eyes are just vacant.
Yeah.
can I walk over and what is it? Shake her and ask her if she's okay and cast Clear Mind
Oh, shit.
as part of my so I can this is a feat I have. I can pop one of my um healing fonts to cast
Oh,
Clear
thank you, honey.
Mind,
Okay, sick. Nice.
which
That's pretty good.
attempt to counteract an effect of my choice.
Excellent. Would you be able to pull your mic a little bit closer, Dylan?
Yeah, sorry.
Yep, sorry.
No worries.
I do that all the time.
It's okay, man.
I can hear you now because I've
uh,
got voices in the back as well.
Mhm.
no, it's fine. So yeah, I can attempt a counteract check.
Okay.
Thank you.
We've never come across a counteract check yet in our
Yeah, me
campaign.
either.
It's okay. Okay, I was hoping you'd fucking
Yeah,
know.
nah, me either.
Uh, add the relevant skill modifier or an appropriate modifier to your check against the target's DC. The DC is in the affliction stat block. If it's a spell, use the caster's DC. Uh, okay, that's fine. That's fine. So give me a counteract check.
Um,
So it's
how
a
do I roll that?
D20. Add the relevant skill modifier. So
Medicine?
would it be religion because you're a cleric?
Ah, yeah, religion, I
Would it be?
suppose. I don't know, it's up to you. Religion or medicine, I guess.
I suppose since you're using your font from this, I would say religion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So roll a religion check.
Mhm.
29.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Ramya, you feel the stupefied condition leave you, and you snap back to reality.
Imagine just like, should we? Oh, there's an and then she just goes a bit red.
Uh, you watch, however, that the formless cloud had already disconnected from her, and is now floating out in the ether around you all. This tiny thing, we're talking about the size of a football. Do I have to interact with it anyway, or ignore it? Yourselves. Nathan.
Would I recognize that at all?
Um,
Some sort of spirit or that?
let me have a look. See. You can give me an occultism check if any of you are trained in that. See what this is. Anyone?
A plus seal.
I'm not.
No, I don't know what
Yeah,
shit is.
I'll give you an occultism check, Sean, for my
There we go.
fucking, for my perch stuck to the ground over here.
Imagine you're literally
Eyeballing it over my shoulder. What the
Oh
fuck's
god.
going over there?
Didn't realize I can move the ship. Ugh.
You're all owners of it. 27. Absolutely fucking. It's a critical, so you know exactly what this is. Through what little studies you have performed, Brandon, you know that this is a creature that is native to the astral plane. It's called an ioton. Ioton. It is quite literally just a cloud of stray thoughts coalesced into an actual creature. It is sentient, it acts of its own accord, but it is comprised entirely of whatever thoughts the person who generated them was having at the time. Now, usually they would come out of the last thoughts of people who have died, either in close proximity to the astral plane bleeding out, or died on the astral plane. But occasionally, through some strong emotions and a vacant mind, they are produced.
What you doing with that? What you've got there is an ioton. It's just a bunch of stray thoughts, basically, in a big cloud. Usually, strong emotions, a wee bit of an empty head there, the ram. You're not really thinking too much. Probably humorous, mostly. I don't know.
Imagine
I
Ren
can't
just
help you.
redder.
Would you guys like to do anything with this?
I'm picking up on some hints here.
I look at it. Does it look like anything to me, or does it just look like the cloud of?
It doesn't look like anything in particular, but the longer you look at it, you hear a voice in your mind. One that you recognize. Ramya. Ramya. It's so good you're home. I've got a deal coming up. Listen, I'll only be gone for a little while. I'll see you soon, okay? Miss you. And then it repeats again. And it drifts closer to you as it does so.
I reach out and touch it.
Okay, what is your AC?
It is 22. Wait. Actually, it might be higher than that. Hold on, because I probably would have. I would have swapped outfits by now. I would have put on my
Definitely.
armor instead of my.
Regardless, I would assume you do that, so you feel free to do it, but regardless, it doesn't hit. Essentially, when you make contact with this thing, you feel a slight zap almost as it tries to basically gain access to your thoughts. It's trying to get more.
I just keeps playing that same message.
Yeah.
Ramya would probably begin to break down,
Mm,
start crying quite hard,
mm.
and just kind of like sit down and clutch her knees.
And unless anyone else interacts
Also,
with
does
it,
everybody else hear that? What it's saying?
no one else heard it.
Okay,
So I
that's
just
okay
I
then.
just see you touch this thing and immediately begin weeping.
Pretty much, that's what, yeah, I guess that's what you see, yeah.
Which, by the way, Reese, I might say, the memory you're having, it's not gone.
Okay,
more
good.
just-
That's what I kind of was wanting to check.
Yeah, no, you still remember
Okay.
entirely.
Good.
Oh.
Okay, that's fine.
Listen,
What?
what's happening over there? I'm stuck to the bloody floor here.
I'm trying to shoot with my solar shellflower, but it doesn't. It doesn't.
Shoot it, you fucking dingus!
Yeah, you
what
see
you
me-
doing? Put that down.
It's doing something to her.
Well, then take it away from it. Don't shoot the bloody thing.
Can I go over and try to fandangle it away?
Of course. Yeah.
Don't fandangle it away from her. Fandangle her away from a bit, you. It's a cloud of thoughts, you muppet.
I'll go pick up Rami and try and like move her away from this cloud of thoughts.
No worries, you do so. You are helped up by an incredibly muscular and kind orc who, I don't know if he picks you up like a baby being cradled or just holds your hand and walks you away.
Like a
No,
cat.
I like
Back of the neck.
throw you across the ship. No, I'll move over to Brandon and say, do you know how we stop whatever this is?
Not really. That I mean,
Uh,
to
It's
be in a pure magical energy, like it's purely thought. Try not to think too hard or feel too many strong emotions. That tends to keep them away. Usually, if you die, they sort of appear. But if you got some trauma, I can hear it happen too. I don't really know if you can kill thoughts. Probably shooting it with a gun ain't gonna do much good, even if it is magical. And if it does do anything, it's probably not gonna be good. It should dissipate on its own after a while. I guess.
So we should just keep flying away from it then?
Well, if now you've taken the area out of it, it'll be interesting to see what it does. Does it dissipate or does it try to follow her? If it just dissipates, then I'm sure it's fine. But if it tries to come back and have another go, then we'll have to resort to more drastic action.
So,
Alright, so
what do I do?
what does it do? Does it come towards us or
It mostly just drifts in place, seemingly randomly, just moving in any direction.
How does it react to me just going with my fucking gun and just going at it?
Like cloud, it just swoops around
It's a
it.
cloud knock. It ain't gonna react to you. They are semi-sentient, but I don't think it cares.
If you would like to try and push it away, Nox, you're more than welcome to do so.
I'm not trying to touch it.
It's okay. You shove it away, and as you shove it off the ship, you just watch it drift slowly into the distance behind you.
There we go. Solve the problem forever, lads. Good job.
All right.
Anything else you guys would like to do? As the hours drag on,
Somebody put the Rami into bed. Gosh, she looks awful.
I'm still full on weeping.
Take her to her room. Don't leave her out here like this. God, that's a sin.
yeah. I'll take you up to bed and get you some like I don't know hot
Strong alcohol.
Whiskey.
I'll bring you some tea and some whiskey. You can make your choice.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'll just try to hold back tears as I make it to my room.
Brandon, can you get us out of here?
I'm doing it right now.
it doesn't look like it. It doesn't look
Please.
like you're moving at all. Is the thing.
Expedite the process.
Can I like pull on it, Sean?
Yeah, you absolutely pull on it. Give me fucking athletics check. Fuck it.
Alright.
I would like to pull on the magical thread strongly.
I would just like I pull out just to show Nox that I'm trying.
As you pull on the threads a little bit, the ship's sails begin to billow a bit more, which is weird. But the landscape around you still doesn't look like it's moving.
Nox, we are moving just because it doesn't look like we're not moving.
Nox, give me a perception check.
Let me check if there's anything that would benefit from this. I do have some bullshit that I've got from my new fucking Overwatch dedication.
Nice. Come on.
Oh my god, new fucking
Oh, by the way,
bullshit.
Dead game, mate. Dead game. By the way, Reese, I was looking at your character sheet. Yeah, don't forget to actually fill out your class feats.
Didn't I? I think I don't think I think they're there, they're just not in the right category.
Right?
Like...
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they're all there. They're just not in the right place, I think.
Oh wait,
Yeah,
no.
because they're all like all my class. They're all under class features. Like that is all my class stuff there.
No, but there's like specific features or not. You can take it like
Yeah,
each
like
level.
explode, overdrive, concert. Those are things that you just get as you level, isn't it?
Is that not what you mean?
No, like the feats, like things you choose.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, next time.
I'm pretty sure all my feats are there, but I had the problem of like a few of them I tried to drag on, but it would be like, this isn't the right thing for that. So I just slap them into whatever category they would go into, but they're not actually in the right categories. Like I counted, my Roll20 sheet has like 26 feats listed, and there's like 26 there. So
Fair enough.
I think it's correct. It's just been a bit weird.
Fair dues. Yeah, no worries. Alright. That's right.
Have we developed
So-
a second hero point?
Oh yeah, definitely. We've been playing since what, like 8? Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, definitely. So you should have, unless you've used any hero points, 3. Oh yeah, Dylan, we do the process of 1 hero point every hour.
So you can hit the open square bracket button, Sean, and it should pop up like a timer.
Where's this?
Just on the keyboard.
Mental.
No, so there's a module that does it, but I think when I was like setting up the world, I turned it off and I completely forgot about it.
That's fair.
So if you hit that
Just
button,
on the keyboard.
That was really good.
On in,
Oh no, it's not doing it. That's weird.
oh, figure it out for next time.
Fuck you guys.
There's like a specific like keybind for it.
Oh, I
Well,
absolutely believe you.
We always do it
Watch
at like
John pull out his phone and hit the button. Like the fuck.
we always do it at like 10. We always do it at like on the hour, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I like when I did it, I hit that module because I always would forget.
Okay. So...
Oh, my mind's been cleared, by the way. Yeah.
Yes, you no longer have stupefied.
Yeah.
Figure controls. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Yeah.
Common tracker. It's a little detailed one. Okay. The fucking the workbench. Is that it? I don't know. I'll find it. Honestly, it has popped up a few times that I've been like on this, but I wasn't sure how to access it myself.
I think it does have an auto built-in thing, because yeah, every time I load it up, it'll be like X time has passed since last hero point or something. I have to like
Yes.
click like continue or end or whatever. So there is a built-in one as well that just I think when you first open the game, it'll just start a timer.
Weird. I'll find it. It's there somewhere. That's fine. I'll have a look tomorrow as well. I'm off.
Go to configure controls and search for hero. It
It
should
is?
be under PF2 workbench.
Ah. Oh, not bound for some reason. That's alright. Save. That's alright. Cool. Alright, so let's have a look at this. Okay, so. Okay, yeah. Okay, I'll just. Okay, so I'll leave it for now, but yeah. Unless you guys have used any hero points, you should be at 3. So, yeah. That's alright. So, Nox. You got a
16.
16. Would you like to reroll that?
No.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. As you look off into the distance, there seems to be very little change in the landscape as far as you can tell. You can still see the floating rocks and islands in the distance. There seems to be buildings of some sort in various forms of repair or disrepair, but nothing is really altered as far as you can tell. At the extent of it, no worries. 6. Yours pass. Would you guys like to be doing anything while you're waiting?
Cry.
Roll for that. Okay, yes, no worries. That's all right.
Actually, hold on.
This, I like take a bit of jerky out of my bag and like stuff it in my mouth while I'm holding onto the thread.
Yeah, no worries.
Is there anything we could do to help you?
I stopped crying.
I don't know.
Me? Or run.
I don't know, Nox.
I
I
said,
just received some advice that if we find the right thread, the boat will take us where we need to go.
Mhm.
I mean, can you even grab onto this thing? I'm surprised you can see it.
can I see it, or is he just like braced in place against nothing?
Everyone can see it. Everyone can see what he's holding onto.
I would like to
I'll go
poke
see if
one.
I can pull it.
I emerge from my room.
Mhm.
I go to the helm.
Mhm.
Can I fully unfurl the sails? Will that help?
As you unfurl the sails, as you add on a bit more weight to it, you're not sure. They're still billowing like all the other sails, but whatever speed you're gaining from this, you are unclear as to the extent of its effects. In fact, you don't have piloting, so fuck it. Give me a crafting check, please.
Roger that. Crafting. 20.
20. Guys,
It's my hero point up.
yeah, you start off the game so well with all your rolls,
27.
boys. What's happened? Fucking hell. 27. Success. As you open the sails and you look at the islands in the distance, do you have the spyglass?
I think Nox has a spyglass.
Nox has a spyglass,
Okay.
which he will
You
happily
should-
give to you.
I don't seem to be able to reduce my hero point number. I don't know why.
Right click?
Ah.
That was fucking me as well when I was in your game. A part of you feels in your gut that the landscape in the distance is getting ever so slightly closer. You can't say for certain, but you're pretty sure it is.
Nox.
Hmm.
Could I borrow your spyglass, please?
Hand her the spyglass.
I'll just like have a look through it, try and judge.
As you bring up the spyglass, your mind and eyes are filled what seems to be with specks of light, making it very, very difficult to focus on the landscape in the distance. Holding it for a few seconds, you begin to clear yourself and focus. And you can see on these floating islands, there seems to be what looks to be the ruins of a town, or at the very least, a keep. Seemingly, it's basically a collection of floating debris that looks like it used to have small buildings on it. You can see some bridges as well. And in distance, what looks to be a large building that is almost completely collapsed. You would say it looks almost like a collection of islands in the ocean that seems to be harboring some sort of keep at the center. That's what you would essentially looks like.
Where is this in relation to our direction of travel?
Basically, straight off to the left a wee bit.
So we're kind of going to be going past it.
Essentially, yeah.
Okay.
Could I get your perception check for me, please?
Yeah, sure. I think it's this one. Perception. Oh, I apparently rolled it privately. Interesting.
Huh,
That's
weird.
cool. I think it just auto rolls it privately because it's a perception check.
That's okay. As a success, though, you see movement. You see people and individuals. It's hard to make out what exactly they are, but you can tell 2 legs, 2 arms. They seem to have big heads, but they're definitely moving about a bit quickly as well. They seem to be running.
I'll kind of lower the spyglass. Is it literal islands of rock with buildings on them, or is it just floating buildings and nothingness? Or is it like little islands?
Both.
Okay, both. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, islands are inhabited.
There are creatures out there.
Well, do you
Something.
think we should stop and take a look, or do you want to keep going? Do they seem threatening, or?
I'm not sure. They're just running around.
Okay.
Spotty does.
I think you're a little bit far away from your mic again there, Dylan, sorry.
Have these spotty does?
Ramian, would you like to roll another perception, see if you could discern that?
Sure. Is that hero point worthy? I don't know. At this private.
I think it's hero point worthy.
I will hero point that. I don't have good perception. I don't know why I'm looking. I only have a plus 11.
They seem to be all running towards the same thing. They seem to be running towards the keep at the center of these floating islands.
Okay.
Away from something. In the opposite direction of you. Basically the way you're coming. Sorry, the opposite of the way you're coming. And
so they're kind of, it's like they're running from something that's on the opposite side of all the buildings.
Essentially.
So kind of running towards us, but to the keep.
Yes.
A little bit. Okay.
And as you're looking, your eyes naturally drift into where they're like running and pointing at them. And you see what looks to be a vast black shape, almost similar in size to your airship. But as it's a lot bigger, you're able to make it out a lot better. It seems to be almost organic. It is covered in bones and black flesh, ridged and writhing.
Tyranid bioship.
So yes, what would you like to do? Obviously, you guys can just ignore all this.
The people over there, they're running from some big creature.
Alright.
Big, black, rigid, organic thing.
Doesn't look friendly, then, is what you're saying.
I don't really know. I guess not.
How much capacity do you have to maneuver the ship? Is she responding?
The ship. Could I just like give the wheel a little kind of like tilt left, tilt right, Sean, and see how maneuverable it feels? Or does it feel locked in because of Brandon holding that thread?
So, as you fiddle with the wheel, initially it seems locked in, but then you notice there seems to be a gauge on the right-hand side of the ship, of the wheel, above where the lever is, and it seems to be turned all the way to the right, and you don't remember turning it all that way. It's right above the lever that sent you guys into the astral.
Where was its original position? Like all the way to the left?
So essentially there's like a red arrow where it is. It was spun all the way to the opposite side. So it's down there. It used to be at like 11 o'clock, but it's now at like 4.
Could I turn that back like halfway and see if anything happens?
As you turn it back halfway, you feel you hear the mechanisms behind the wheel sort of relax a wee bit. You can hear clamps being released. Some of them.
Hmm.
And
Do you fiddle with the wheel?
I turn the wheel a little bit more.
You are able to slightly drift the ship a few degrees off. The sails are still holding on to the direction where Brandon is like pulling the ship, but less so than they were previously.
What actually happens to the thread that Brandon's holding on to as we move? Is it coming with him a little bit, or
Brandon, you feel
or
a
does his feet
strain.
leave the ship?
No, Brandon, you feel a strain on your arms. The thread is being pulled away from you.
Stop it.
Okay, I will put that lever back to where it was then,
Okay.
as in the new position, not the OG position. So
Mm.
that I assume that is basically that is locking the ship into this course.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'll put that back and stop fiddling with the wheel.
Mhm.
And I'll say to Brandon, I don't think the ship has much maneuverability when you're holding onto that thread.
That's my worry. It seems like you are able to move without it, but I have to find this thing again if I let go.
Was it difficult to find?
Not particularly, but I don't know how difficult it'll be the next time.
Mm.
I don't know if it'll vanish, and don't know if we have to be in a certain place to catch it.
What do you think, the Dezun and Nox?
You shoot the ship from here. I don't know if we're facing it.
Last time I shot something that was flying next to us, I got told off for it, so...
I think this is a little different, Nox.
How far away is it? Could I feasibly hit it from here?
Could you feasibly hit a long-range target on a plane that you're not familiar with? You don't know.
I
You
could
don't know bullet
I could
drop,
try. I mean, can I hold
I'm
something
gonna
out? Can I hold something out, right? And drop it?
Mm. Hold something up and drop it? Yeah. What are you doing it to?
Just like the fucking anything. Something
Okay.
not fragile that's not going to break if it falls like go if it just
Let's
goes
say
skadoosh.
let's say use a bullet.
Yeah.
Hold the bullet and you drop it, and it seems initially to fall as gravity dictates it. But as it gets closer and closer to the ship, it begins to slow. It takes off the hull of the ship, and then it just begins to drift, slowly spinning in place.
That's kind of cool.
Can I go to the side of the ship and throw up the bullet?
Yeah, absolutely.
Does it
You
continue on the
chuck,
same trajectory?
you chuck, and as you would expect, it hurts for a few seconds. It begins to slow, and then it drifts off behind you as the ship continues to move.
So it doesn't. There's no bullet drop, is what I'm saying.
There is initially.
But that's due to the physical nature of the ship with its gravity plating.
Is it?
That's what Nox is taking from that, and it's what
That's
I'm
absolutely
taking from
fine.
that.
That's absolutely fine. Yeah.
From this experimentation, would I be able to like kind of figure out?
You can definitely give it a shot. Question
I
is, what
could
do you shoot?
I could try and hit that thing with one of the ballista. Hopefully, it leaves those poor people alone and comes after us.
Why did we do that?
Ramia looks concerned.
Is that something we want to do, Ramya?
Ramia doesn't like seeing innocent people being hurt.
Well,
I think actually Rami's just kind of spaced out a little bit.
it's fair. It's very fair.
Look,
She kind of hears her name. And I was like, sorry, what?
we have a choice. I let go of this thread, we go fuck the big black ship. Or I keep hold of this thread and hopefully we float past. Options, people. Which one do we want to go for?
I am fine continuing to our destination.
Well, we do have about 24 hours to kill, so...
Apparently, the journey would take them about 4 days. That's what you understand.
24 hours is how long we spend in the astral.
Hmm.
That's not how long has passed back in our own plane. Necessarily.
Well, that's a question actually. We won't really
Just
know
like-
how long has passed.
Just like the distance we travel isn't necessarily going to be as far as we may expect. It may be further. We may fucking pop out in old pastor's bedroom.
That'd be
I don't
handy.
know. So, 3 minutes delay in the astral might cost us 7 hours of what would be time spent here.
Then maybe we should just leave as quickly as we can.
Well, as quick as we can, we'll still be the full 24 hours from when we entered.
So we have to drop out, we do. We won't get kicked out automatically, Knox.
I'll be right back.
Go for this.
What do you want to do?
You asking me?
Yes.
I just want to get out of here, Brandon.
Dazun, what do you think?
Well, it seems we should. Well, do you know if it was like people or do you know anything about?
Closer to the mic.
Do you know if it was like people that you saw, or if it was just like other sort of humanoids, or do you know anything more about the ship?
Well, they looked humanoid with kind of big heads. I couldn't really tell much beyond that. I don't think it's a ship out there. I think it's some sort of creature.
Yeah, I suppose I guess it comes down to how confident we are that we don't get lost. Because if we get lost, then there's no telling where we end up.
Well, I'm sure I can find a thread to pull us out of here eventually.
But eventually, but
I
we
just
have
don't know if it's going to be
3
old
days.
pastors.
I hand the spyglass to Daizun. Here, you take a look. Maybe you can glean a little bit more than me.
Okay, I'll have a look then.
Yeah, no worries. Give me a perception check. Anything in particular you're looking at? The people, the ship.
Well, I want to see if I recognize, I guess, either the people or the ship. But can I look more towards the ship?
Go for it. Okay, fair dues.
I'm going to re-roll that.
That's absolutely fine. Go for it.
Oh, much better.
Ooh, nice.
Much better.
Aces high, boys. So, what you're able to see is.
Apologies.
You okay,
I
bud?
missed it. Layla fell off the ship.
Layla fell off the ship.
Well, she was pushed.
Push.
We're testing gravity.
Yeah.
Turns out, still works.
Yeah. In a limited fashion, but it does.
Alright.
So, essentially, the shapes of people that you see, essentially looking like that.
Ugh.
Let's not help them.
I describe that to everyone and ask if anyone knows anything about them. Or would I know anything about them, I guess?
Let me see. I could get an occultism check from anyone who has it, or
Me.
let me
Want
think.
me to go for an old occultism then?
Go for it.
Happy with that?
Go for it.
Yeah, I don't have anything.
Fair
I
enough.
got Jack
with
all.
occultism.
Occultism.
32.
God.
32.
Creepy, like, bug-headed people.
You know exactly what they are, Brandon, because they stem off of your research into iotons. They're called callborns. They're essentially evolved forms of iotons. They've gathered enough thoughts, enough information, and they've basically evolved into their own person, essentially. They crave knowledge. They're often contacted by wizards looking to get information from other planes, as they're basically repertoires of knowledge, prophets and historians and the like. Occasionally, they do find themselves in basically random places throughout the world. They're very, very scarce. They're native to here. They're neither good nor evil, but that's generally what they look like.
So
Barry.
I say this to everybody else.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 seconds.
Essentially, what you're all getting from this is, regardless of how they are, they always have information. Useful or not, they'll always have just buckets and buckets of information at their disposal.
What can they speak? Will we be able to understand them?
Brandon, you would know they would speak a variety of languages. Almost every.
Probably as many as there are mere dogs.
Does it look like the keep is well built, or is it like also falling apart?
The keep itself. Give me a second. Let me think about this. Can I get a society check from you, Dizun, as you're having a look at?
Could I do like warfare lore
Definitely, yeah.
instead? Oh,
18.
not good.
It's not great, but you do know one thing. The architecture is somewhat familiar to you, in a way. It looks like it was torn down by siege weapons, like hundreds of years ago, if not thousands. It's ancient. It looks like a well-built, like, human keep, essentially, a stronghold. But whatever majesty it used to have is long since gone. What you can tell from that check, though, is that there does seem to be faint glowing coming from basically the destroyed center of it. Greenish blue sort of magical energy emanating out.
So they, well, it looks like they can probably defend themselves, at least hold up in the keep. So I guess we should help out if we feel we need more information, like either on where we're going or things surrounding the astral.
Makes sense to me. I'm not against helping out. Information's always good for us.
To the guns it is then.
Well, you didn't take much convincing, did you?
No, never. So,
If only you had your own thoughts, that would be amazing.
to the guns it is then.
Go. Okay, it is. There we are. Okay. me see. Is there a way to? There we go. Okay, that works. Okay. That's let's go onto there. That's okay. And there. Okay. So, gentlemen, it's almost 11 o'clock. When do people have to head out tonight?
Probably soon. I mean,
That's okay.
Do the combat
Right.
next session.
definitely
Yeah.
not doing a combat now.
That's fine.
Like that's, I don't want to be playing. It's still at like 12:30.
That's okay. Cool. Gentlemen, each of you, as you bring the ship about,
We can't see anything.
Can't see by the way.
That's
See
fine.
nothing.
That's fine. That's fine.
What's
I will
going
change it.
on?
I will change it in a moment. Okay. You bring the ship about and you begin to fly towards the ship and the series of floating islands dotted around. It's the D6 for us.
I just clicked it.
Oh, fair. Nox, would you like to try and take a shot at this black ship in the distance?
Alright, so I'm at the ballista.
Yeah.
I turn and I look at Ramya. And what do I see?
She's not even looking at you.
I look at Brandon.
Be a weird Doxon. Pull the bloody trigger.
That's what I'm talking about! And I pull the trigger.
Off into the distance, far, far beyond what your eyes should normally be able to track. But thankfully, due to the clear environment, you're able to barely keep an eye on it. Can you give me an attack roll, please? Ranged attack.
Okay, ranged attack roll. Where the fuck is it on this sheet? I'm actually asking, where is it on this fucking sheet?
I'll just be like, you need like a weapon for it. So if you want, like,
Is
a
it
ranged
do we count it
weapon-
as advanced or martial?
Marshall.
Martial firearm and crossbow. Okay, so that's a plus 14. 20, 30, 20, 33.
Okay, fair enough. That works. All right, so your ballista, you just barely see it as it pierces this black ship, as a dirge of black organic liquid spurts out from the side of it. Which, by the way, I should probably give you. Yeah, that's essentially what I'm thinking. That is essentially what you see.
Ooh, lovely.
Firing into the side of that. You watch as the ship sort of like turns, or sorry, the head of the ship almost, this bulbous little glassy-eyed like formation at the top slowly turns to you, and then you watch as the ship drifts down, hiding behind the islands and the keep itself, keeping itself covered from you. It knows you're there,
We're gonna kill this thing.
and as you drift closer and closer to the islands, it gets to a point that it's hard for the ship to begin to navigate around. So, simply because it's just a massive clutter of debris. Unless you want some rocks hitting the ship, it might be a bit of a risk.
Preferably not.
Yeah. But you eventually dock the ship, and off into the distance, you can see a swarm of figures arise from out where the ship was and begin descending on the landscape around you. Out from the ship, you see two of these Callborn running away to get to the ship, the keep, I should say. And around them, can you guys see now? Sorry, now.
Nope.
Nope.
God damn it!
Need to drag the
Hardy, fucking
party sheet.
God damn it! I always forget that. There.
Ah, now I can see.
Now we can see.
Oh, that looks horrifying.
The Callborn being
lovely.
assaulted by these alien-looking creatures.
Well, none of them look friendly.
Correct.
I think we should get rid of all of them and let
You're
fucking
far from
let
home,
God
Toto.
sort them out.
Okay, that's fine. With that, gentlemen, I think we shall end it there,
Sounds good.
Thank you.
as it is getting late, and I don't want to keep us up any longer than we already are. I believe XP for that session, I'm going to give you guys 250 XP.
Let's go.
Nice, so we're up to
Are we starting at
750.
Start at 0?
No, we're up to 750 at the moment, I believe.
Okay. Nice.
You should be level 9 by the time you leave the Astral, honestly.
I would fucking hope so.
Oh.
Alright, cool. So 750 XP now.
Sick.
Excellent. Sounds good.
Don't worry, I promise there will be a hefty amount of combat next session.
That's fine. I enjoy a bit of RP.
This is fair. This is fair. Apologies for the slow session and the slow start, but the setup was necessary, and it works. At least any guys, you're as confused as you should be, honestly.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Gotta walk before you run, boy.
It's very true. Yeah, I do hope it was okay. Yeah, we'll leave there. Gentlemen, questions, thoughts, comments?
No, it was very good, Sean. Thank you very
That's
much.
very good indeed.
Sorry, I'll fucking take that. Thanks, Reese. Appreciate it, buddy.
Yeah, no, it was good. I haven't had a trauma episode for Rami in a while, so that was good.
I know, right? And there
Nice.
is currently a memory of your last conversation with them drifting out in the astral somewhere. And that thought might become a Callborn.
Oh dear.
I especially like how Dylan was
Boy.
able to take some of his magical items and turn them into role playing. Just completely off the bat. Nicely done.
Hey, yeah, it was really good.
Nicely
Hey,
done.
it's almost like you should also do the same.
All my magical items are specifically designed to kill things faster.
It's the RP factor, Nathan. The RP factor.
You don't give us fun magical items, Sean.
You have so much disposable income! Buy whatever the fuck you want!
Just give us fucking utilitarian magic items. Like, what are we, a fucking mercenary company? Jesus.
I mean, I had a really nice magical item and then I gave it away last session.
Whose fault is that?
Dylan, help me, please.
I gave away the gun that killed my father last session. For a
It's not
nice
magical.
little, for a night, it was magical to me. For a nice, I genuinely believe that magical item was actually cursed. It wasn't a magical item, but it was cursed.
We'll see.
And I hope it fucking makes that man rot in hell for eternity.
It very well might, you never know.
I hope it does, and it should.
Once again, you did this. We're only here because of what you done.
Because of what I did.
This is all your fault.
Well, I think you're here because you all touted how fucking sick your ship is and how it can go into the astral plane.
Yeah, it's sick as hell.
I mean,
Oh no, the Astral's fine.
Yeah, the Astral's it's all good.
Yeah.
The fact that I don't have my bag anymore, I'm still upset about.
That's also your fault.
that was
Because of
your
what
fault.
I did.
Uh-huh.
Oh, we don't just shoot random things.
Hey,
Okay.
you shoot one lizard man and everyone calls you Nox the Lizard Man Killer. Even though he's still fucking alive.
That's the problem. You didn't kill him. You decided to save him and go to trial.
Next
Instead of letting him
time,
just fall off the side of the ship.
next time I'll stone him to death.
You can't shoot a man out of the air and go, whoops, sorry, I'll save you now. No.
It worked in Lost. They shot that fucking American bitch in Lost, and then that actor stayed around for like another 4 seasons. It was fine.
I've never seen Lost, so I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know. You tried to murder a man in the sky, and they went, no, let me save you instead. I'm sorry, I just tried to kill you. We're even now, right? And he went, no!
It worked in
You
Lost.
killed my pet pterodactyl.
It actively worked in Lost.
if you had have let that lizard man fall to his death instead of saving him, you still would have had the bag.
Andrew Faber's gun.
Yep.
Holy shit, you're actually right.
Yeah.
So what you're
Better
saying?
outcome
So what
is
I'm
letting him
hearing
fucking
is.
drop.
What I'm hearing is that helping people actively harms me.
Nathan, let me tell you a simple mantra that I read recently that was
Fuck 'em,
spoken by
got mine.
by a certain god.
Mhm.
Ruthlessness is mercy upon ourselves.
What god is that?
No, it's not
Side.
even that. It's don't do half
Sick.
a job. If you're going to attempt to kill somebody, kill them. Don't half kill them and then apologize.
Even funnier.
Oh fuck! Strange how applicable that is. Fucking hell. All right,
I consider that for
There's
next
a point.
time.
Anyway,
we'll leave it
I'm
there,
going to
gentlemen.
bed, gentlemen.
Have a very good night.
Yo, catch you later,
Uh,
boys.
It was
Night,
good
good
to
night.
see.
everybody.
See you.
Dylan, I hope you're happy with the entry so far. I
Yeah,
hope
of
it's
course.
okay.
Yeah, it's
Good
good.
shit. Okay,
Yeah.
good shit. Brilliant. Good shit.
Excellent.
How's Wednesday or Friday next week work for anyone?
Wednesday,
Fuck,
yes.
that's so far in advance.
Fucking Wednesday? Wednesday, my guy? 7 days?
I'm back to work now. I have to actually think about my days.
I can't do Friday.
That's okay.
I'm in Dublin.
Oh God, you poor man.
I can
It's-
probably do Wednesday.
I'm traveling
Yeah, I
for my
can do
sister's 30th. I'm turning off this fucking recording.